Ladies and
I don't
gentlemen,
come in and participate.
welcome
Do that
back
over here.
to KeMedicine 31. I'm your host, Hotep Jesus. I am joined by the killers of keto, the duo of dynamism, the players of polarity, the soldiers of science, Dr. EnQi, naturopath, and Dr. Tanei Ricks, PhD.
He got the bricks coming in. Fresh barrels of Mufkazut, straight off the boat.
Who is he on the phone with? Who is he?
I don't know. It's like you talking to somebody important though.
He on the phone with his attorney. He got Kanye's kids on his shirt.
Is that who that is?
I don't know who baby that is.
You can say peace to everybody.
No, I'm depressed.
All right, well, get off my phone, boy.
That must be his son.
Yeah, he just had his basketball game and he missed the 2 free throws to win the game. So he's having a moment.
Damn.
Yeah, we know how that is. That's tough. He'll be all right. He'll bounce back.
Yeah, learning experience. Yeah.
Shooter shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Shooter shoot.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me close these charts so I don't get distracted. You know me and these damn charts. Ladies and gentlemen, we're back with another episode of KeMedicine. We have some fire topics lined up for you today. A lot of science. But first, Dr. EnQi, I saw a video on your channel. Something about Sonetta and the flim.
Chat.
Why are you
He
talking
already
to
avoided
chat?
the question. He already avoided the question. He can't never answer a question straight. You ask a direct question.
Where is Mike?
A whole diatribe. They ain't got nothing to do with what you asked him. He just sidestepped the whole question.
Where is Mike with the knee problems?
Ain't nobody mentioned Mike or nothing.
Mike with the knee problems, front and center, brother.
Very direct question.
Because I feel like this is going to lead to us missing out on time of the 4 hot topics that the people want to hear us discuss.
The only time we miss out on stuff is because you stall and you avoid the question. All I gotta do is answer the question.
That's it.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother.
That's it.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
We got an image right here. I'll put up on the screen so the chat that you just addressed can see it.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You've got on, first of all, he's got on the Cassidy from Philly face, like he about to battle rap as his thumbnail. Then it says, did Sonetta run a flim? Christ or Jesus, the true story of Jabari Osaze versus EnQi. 4 hours and 44 minutes and 11 seconds.
The debate that he said he didn't know the time that they were going to do it, by the way.
I don't know what y'all talking about.
You know, lies don't work when the evidence is like right there. We can just like.
Well, did you watch the video tonight?
No, I didn't watch the video.
Oh, you didn't watch the video.
I didn't know anything
you didn't
about
watch
the video until AJ
how
brought
could
it
I
up.
have guessed? How would I have guessed that you didn't watch that video?
Because I don't go over there and argue with community scholars.
That video is on my channel.
That's
that he's
your
talking
ministry,
about.
sir.
That video is on my channel that he's talking about.
That's your ministry, sir. That's not mine.
I got you. I know. Moving forward.
So what happened? Give us the TLDR.
I'm not sure what you're talking about.
We unfortunately we did not get a chance to catch the debate with you and Jabari Osaze.
No, it's not unfortunate that you didn't get a chance to catch it. You told everyone to boycott it, remember? So I don't think there's any need to recap the debate that you told everyone to boycott.
Well, considering you said it was a flim, I'm now concerned.
Well, there we go. Moving right on to the 4 topics.
So what happened? Why was it a flim?
Wait a minute. How do you say you're not concerned and then triple down on what happened? If you wanted to know what happened, all you had to do was not boycott and check it out.
Well, I boycotted it because I knew it was going to be a flim. So now I want to know, why was it a flim?
Well, there's 4 hours and 45 minutes on my channel.
That's 4 hours I do not have. Now that we have you here in KeMedicine, you know.
Oh yeah, that's not exactly how that works.
And Hotepistan, it's safe. Maybe you can
That's not how that works.
A TLDR on what happened.
That's not how that works. You can't boycott a Dr. EnQi production and then say, but you can come give us cliff notes after we don't support the event.
That wasn't the Dr. EnQi production. That was a Hose of Consciousness production. That's why
right.
I got you. But the one that he's got pulled up on the screen is
I'm not
reproduction of Dr. EnQi.
I'm not boycotting it. I just think that, you know,
you did. No. You boycotted it. And you told everyone in Hotepistan to boycott it as well. It's on video. I think it's, what is that episode? Oh, the episodes vanished. So there's no evidence of that.
We have all the episodes.
Well, there we go. So it's on 27 or 28. It's on one of those episodes. You call for a Hotepistan boycott.
One in the chat if you saw the debate. 2 if you did not. We did.
And 3 if you remember HJ calling for a boycott.
So
I think that's the most relevant thing right now is the HJ call for the boycott.
This is rather interesting.
Respect your son. If he can't get himself under control, you gotta put him down.
We have
conscious villain so bad.
We have audio and video.
Well, I have a whole playlist of music that I created for the debate.
Fortunately,
as well as a book on Amazon book on Barnes and Nobles that I wrote going into the debate. So there's plenty of debate material out there to be consumed by those that are interested in the full chaos, the controversy, the information, the flim flam, the soundtrack, the knowledge, all different facets, the black gloves.
Let's go to the clip chat.
All right, there's my answer, Dr. EnQi. Brother Jabari.
We're going to drop the whole debate on my channel.
Still wins.
We're going to drop the whole debate on my channel.
All right, I'll just flag your channel. And that's why I said I don't like doing it, because people get like pussies and they act like hoes and bitches after you tell somebody who won. Now y'all see why I don't like to do that?
Why you don't want people to see what really happened?
No, you can do it, I'll flag it. Simple as that. Do what you want to do, brother. Because they ain't going to have you do all of that, bro. You can do it, I'll flag it, because that's a paid event. So if you want your channel flagged, go ahead. I don't care.
It's a paid event.
You lost, brother. You lost. EnQi.
Agreement?
You lost, brother. I don't need to show you agreement. Zoom got the agreement.
I'm in it. That's my content.
No, it's my content. It's on my Zoom channel.
Okay.
I paid you for it. So what are you talking about?
You got paid this time.
All right, so I paid you. That's what I did. And this is what loses, brother. When you do shit like that, EnQi, you're not ready for a debate, bro. Because
you let Sly cook you like that.
He left the stream.
Come on, son. He could have had enough of us.
I tried to give him an opportunity, chat. I tried to give him an opportunity to just give us the 411. He forced my hand to pull up the clip. And he rage quit.
Oh my God.
He should know better by now. He should know better. You cannot pull the wool over Hotep Jesus' eyes. I tried to give him an opportunity. I wasn't going to pull the clip out. I tried to give him an opportunity to give us the 401. I genuinely cared. I genuinely wanted to know, like, what the fuck happened? You know, why is he calling it a flim flam? He coming back?
So what is the clip? I have no context to this. Like, what is this clip?
It looks like EnQi just texted us. I'm watching. It appears to be so you know, after the debate they go back to Sa's channel for like I guess the press conference,
like a little after party or some shit.
Yeah. So this looks like the after party, and you know, I guess people wanted Sa to say who won, and Sa declared EnQi the loser, and I was like, that doesn't sound right. So I figured, well, and then Sa is like, you know, then they started arguing over, you know, who owns the content, and you know, and EnQi said he's gonna repost it on his channel. Sa said he's gonna flag it.
What was the debate about?
I don't know.
Okay.
Christ versus Jesus in the Bible or something like that. Something about Christ and Jesus in the Bible. I don't know. You know, like one of those things that always debated in that community.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not even like something that can be, you know.
I mean, it's just not, it just ends up not being productive at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because everybody's gonna have their opinions regardless of like what's actually written, and it's gonna be up to different people's interpretations. Like, it's just, I don't know, man. A lot of that stuff that comes out over there, it's just, I mean, it's just old man waving at the sky. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah. So my guess is, because Jabari, you know, Jabari's not the type to crash out. Jabari's going to be like cool, calm, and collected. He seems like a very laid back guy. So my guess is at some point EnQi crashed out during the debate, because it seems like tensions was running high in the after party. So I think that was carried over. And yeah, so you know, Tika, did you watch it? I know Tika watched it. Is Christ a literal or historical character, and is he the word of God?
So that was the topic of the debate.
Is that the topic of the debate? Tika, was that the topic? Tari fucked up. This was the grift. Tari said he was too busy chasing Jewish girls, so unfortunately we didn't get the grift from Tari. I would have watched it if Tari streamed it.
Oh.
You know.
Yeah, the Tari restream for the last debate was funny.
Yeah. So that was a topic. Okay. Is Christ a literal and historical character, and is he the word of God? So which side of that debate was EnQi on? Tika, what side? You watched it? Who won, Tika? What side was EnQi on, and who won? I think Noel watched it. Noel said EnQi won. Waiting for Tika to respond here. What? So I think EnQi would be on the side of Christ is not a literal and historical character.
From what he said on the show, that sounds accurate.
Right. Markel watched it too. Did Jabari bring up the Deutero Pauline literature? I don't know.
You can comment. Get back in the stream. What you mean? Why you can't comment?
He can't comment. Like he not part of the show. Sa wouldn't let
kick you out. Get back in the stream.
Sa wouldn't let none of EnQi people on the platform.
Nah, but they've been doing that shit though. That's why we tell him to not go over there. Like, the games are rigged. Like, I don't get what he don't understand about that. Like, we keep telling him it's rigged, it's rigged, it's rigged. Like, I'm still surprised that they didn't let Unc win that debate. Like, this shit is rigged, dog. Like,
And there's no
You
way.
can't go on people platforms like that, man. Like that's why you gotta do neutral sites. Like you can't do stuff like that. You just setting yourself up for failure. But at least he got paid this time, so
At least he got paid. That was when I saw that, I was like, oh, he got paid. Okay, this is good news. We're headed in the right direction.
rigged. It's rigged. Like
Wait.
oh my god, what is this man doing?
All right, so Doe said, yeah, I've been peeped that Sai and them don't really rock with EnQi. I feel like they're trying to destroy him slowly, right? They're trying to like suck the last little breath of life out of him. Pause. Okay, so Tika said EnQi won. M4 says Sa's supposed to upload the full debate in a week. I'm definitely don't have time to watch that debate. Like if I had like a long drive, I'd probably listen to it. Right? Like if it would have happened while I was driving back from my parents or something, I probably would have caught it. Right? But I just don't have much time, you know. I'm putting together my own slides and shit. You know what I'm saying? So Markel said he didn't watch it. He only watches when Tari streams. Okay. Sager said, I didn't watch it, but I watched some of that 4-hour video. He said Christ is a literal and historical figure, but there is not only one Christ, as Christ meant anointed one. That's a good point. That's a good point. How do you lose that? Yeah. Well, so Markel says when you say academies, there's no winning for you. Doe said they're trying to discredit him. I agree with that take.
Yeah, that's what they always do. They keep doing that on that platform. That platform is extremely disingenuous. I really don't like. I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it.
Don No Lemon said he lost that debate or he would debate his win. So Don No Lemon is here and thinks EnQi lost. Wow, so we got EnQi haters over here? Oh my god, EnQi haters that made it to Hotepistan?
That's crazy.
Oh wow. Lauren said, wait, where the hell is EnQi?
EnQi's not. EnQi, I guess, is refusing to join the stream tonight.
Where is EnQi? Is he texting us? I almost logged big, then I heard Tanei not tuning in to listen to Tanei. Why does he not? Why does he have beef with Tanei?
What? I have no idea. I have no idea where this beef is coming from. I wasn't even the one that brought the clip up.
Hold on, Lauren. I want to get the other side. Let's let Don No Lemon out. Let's let him out. I want to hear the other side. And Don No Lemon, please tell us from your peer view what you saw from the debate. And I want to hear all sides. Shaker says EnQi is stubborn as hell. Maverick's view says EnQi is goated. Doe Doob says a bunch of old niggas grasping at the last little semblance of relevance they have.
Man, that's a bar.
Pop said EnQi's letting AI write another 19 songs. Tiga, how did we lose when we didn't get to vote? Please tell me that. Wait, they didn't hold a vote?
How's it not rigged? How is that not rigged? How you gonna tell somebody they lost, but you don't allow nobody to vote? That's okay. I
Wait. So whose idea was it to let Sa Netta choose the winner instead of, or in addition to no vote? Who's nobody voted? So wait, did Sa just decide he was gonna vote for the winner? No, they were supposed to, but they let Jabari's friends and coworkers come up and say, I think Jabari won, after Sa said he was gonna let him vote. Wait, what? Wait, Sa decided that he was going to choose the winner on his own? Wow. So Oh, so he was trying to control the narrative, because normally he don't do that. Normally he'd be like, hey, I'm staying out of it. Let the people decide. Like, that's his thing. Let the people decide. Because Jabari was getting caught up and that's his guy? Oh.
Bruh.
Oh, that's nasty. Oh, that's nasty word. Oh, he protected his fighter. EnQi called Jabari Osaze's right-hand man. Right, because Jabari's like, you know, one of those last few people that can get a draw on that channel. Right? Like Shaka's not dealing in that channel no more. So he can't get views from Shaka. So all he's got left is Jabari and EnQi. And, you know, because of the past, you know, the history that they have, I'm sure there's some bad blood between that channel and Dr. EnQi. This is crazy. Is he back?
Look like it.
Potentially.
Oh my God.
Potentially.
Okay, so what did we get right? What did we get wrong, EnQi?
Almost everything. I mean, you got a little bit right. You know the Sai ran the flim flam. You got it. Whatever you said in that pocket, almost everything else was part of the flim flam.
Now, let's be serious about this. Let's be serious about this.
I'm serious. Everything. Even when Sai said he paid me, I didn't find out he paid me until I don't accept money from Sai Netta to do anything with him. So I should have knew something was up, because after the debate, he hit me up. Remember, y'all got on me the first time, and I said it's philanthropy. So after the debate, he hit me up, and he was like, yo, we did better than expected. Let me send you something.
Okay.
What's your PayPal? What's your Cash App? I was like, nah, we good. He was like, nah, I got to send you something because we did too good for me not to send you nothing. I was like, all right, well, send me something. You know, I gave him PayPal, Cash App, whatever. He sent me some money. Then the very next day, he's like, yeah, I paid you for the content, so you can't post it. I'm like, what? Yeah, I paid you for this debate. I'm like, hold on. We didn't arrange for no payment for this debate.
Oh.
What are you talking about?
Oh.
But we hating. We hating when we like this is what we saying.
Sir. How long you want me to stay on this live stream? How long you want me to be on here, sir?
Hold on, Tanei.
Is this really what we
How
doing?
long you want me to be on?
Hold on.
The only
No
two
nagging.
people that actually care about you and your content, and this is how you want to treat it.
You're gonna have to figure out a more. You got to work it out, man.
A more what?
I'm not gonna listen to no 100. I'm not gonna do an hour worth that I told you don't go over there. I'm just letting you know
We're
that.
not going. Look,
No,
you
sir. You've been singled out. You have been singled
I
out.
wasn't saying nothing else. I said I wasn't saying nothing else. This is on you.
HJ,
wrong.
do you have any questions, sir?
I gotta gather my thoughts. Let me all right. So
Listen, it was an embarrassing loss for Jabari and the House of Consciousness.
wait a second before we get to the debate. So he snaked you.
A wide variety of ways. That's not even the snaking right there. That right there is just him trying to put a Band-Aid on what happened over there.
Oh my God. Oh. Wait a second. So where does the snaking begin?
Okay, so here's where the snaking begins, and this is what y'all confused on when you looked at I guess you saw what you saw on my page where it says Christ or Jesus.
Right.
So we have a debate, right? We have a debate set up. And I embarrassed Jabari really bad in the weigh-in. So for Jabari, it got very personal. Because he didn't want nobody to know that he went to that school, Metaphysics Online University. So it starts with that. That's the first problem. He had been lording his his divinity degree over everybody on the platform over there. Every time he comes into a discussion, he says, well, I'm the only one who has a master's degree in divinity. So clearly I'm the main authority on whatever, you know what I'm saying? So he didn't want to be bust out that he got like a, you know,
an internet degree,
$750 degree, yeah,
$700 internet joint where, you know, you just, you know, come on, man. So he didn't want nobody to know that. Then I did a little research on the actual founder of the school. And she's a witch that practices Madame Blavatsky's theosophical information. So I put that on the front street, that Jabari is, you know what I'm saying, teaching Madame Blavatsky's information instead of Kemetic science. He's even masquerading some of Madame Blavatsky ideas as Kemetic science. Because one of Madame Blavatsky's main principles is that no gods are real, they're just principles. So Jabari is over there teaching that the Necheru, the Kemetic gods, are not real. They never existed in any shape, form, or fashion. They're just principles. I'm like, you're teaching that from Madame Blavatsky's information. He's like, no, I'm a Kemetic priest. What do you mean? I'm a Kemetic priest for 30 years. I'm like, well, there are no Kemetic texts that teaches that the Kemetic gods are just principles. Madame Blavatsky's book, on the other hand, right here in the first chapter, says that that's her prolegum. That's her main part of her thesis.
Wow.
So he was very embarrassed about me busting him out, teaching Madame Blavatsky's information.
So that was in the weigh-in. Okay.
That was in the weigh-in. And then, you know, they got this whole secret thing about Kemetic chakras. You know, me and chakras, you know how that go. So I bust him out on the chakras. And he tried to lie to people.
You
and
didn't
say
mention the brown chakra, did you?
I didn't bring up the brown chakra. That's exclusively Nature Boy's creation.
Okay, all right.
But
you bust him out.
He said that he wasn't teaching chakras. So I brung in the debate, and that also made it personal for him. I brung in the video clip with his wife and his business partner and his teacher that just passed away, and they all been teaching chakras. So it was very personal, you know, for Jabari anyway. You know, he was very upset about me exposing this whole Kemetic chakra thing. But there's no Kemetic text that has chakras in it. That is some made-up gobbledygook in terms of Kemet. Kemet doesn't have chakras. So all these people running around talking about they teaching Kemetic chakras and Kemetic yoga is wowing. That is not a thing.
So you brought his dead homies into the debate.
Well, you know, I had to do it because he said that he dared me to do it. Like literally, that's in the weigh-in. He's like, EnQi doesn't have video of me or any of my partners or my teachers teaching chakras or any Madame Blavatsky information in our teach. I was like, is Jabari like calling me out to like, okay, I'm just gonna have to.
This is the Gucci versus Jeezy versus.
I have to bring it in. So anyway, long story short.
So we get to the debate. You got to the debate, and then what happened in the debate? You brought up the dead homies.
Wait, no. It goes back. So we have an agreement to have this debate, right? Okay. And the debate is, so first things first, let me bring it all the way back so it makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Jabari was Unc's tag team partner when we was doing the Darwin thing.
Oh, that's who was putting his slides together.
And then I embarrassed Jabari on one of the videos and he disappeared. He didn't come back around. It was just me and Unc from there on out.
Okay.
So during me and Unc's debate, I put a milk carton with Jabari's face on it. And I had that, and you remember, you seen it. Yeah, I had Jabari's face on the milk carton.
Yeah.
So after me and Unc's debate, me and Jabari was supposed to pick up where we left off on Darwin.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe come to neo-Darwinism, which is the modern evolution information or something in that space.
Right.
But after he saw what I did with Unc, he didn't want to debate no science.
Oh.
So we get on the phone to negotiate what the debate is going to be. And every topic that comes up involving any sort of science, he says, nah, we need something more specific. And then he says, well, EnQi, you're a Christian, right? I said, no. He said, yes, you are. You're a Christian. We should debate Jesus. I was like, I'm not debating Jesus. I'm not a Christian. What's wrong with you? He was like, yeah, man, we need to have this Jesus debate because I think that you think Jesus was a literal person. I was like, Jabari, I'm not a Christian, brother. You're barking up the wrong tree. He says, well, I'm just saying, if you believe in literal Bible stories, there's no way you can also get any value out of studying Kemet because the Bible stories in Kemet is totally opposite to one another. So I'm like, that's crazy, bro. How do you say that the Bible stories come from Kemet and then say it's totally opposite to one another? Like that don't even make any sense.
Yeah.
So anyway, he keeps pressing this Jesus issue. And I was like, no, I'm not doing no Jesus debates, brother. That's played out. Like I'm not doing no Jesus debate.
Yeah.
You know, if you want to do Christ, we can have a Christ debate because Christ is a title.
Right.
And Christ links the Bible and Kemet together.
Okay.
So for me, I'm like, yeah, we can have a Christ debate. So we settle on a Christ debate.
Mm-hmm.
Is Christ a literal and historical character? And is Christ the word? Right. So I'm the affirmative. I'm saying, yes, Christ is a literal and historical character and Christ is the word. And Jabari's saying, no, he's not. Or no, it's not. Whatever the case may be. He's the other side. So I honestly believe that from Jabari's history, Jabari's credentials, I think that Sanetta honestly thought Jabari was going to come in there and beat me in a debate. And Jabari, having not watched my channel ever or read any in my books, was totally unprepared. He didn't even put together any new slides. He used his slides that he's been using the past 5 or 10 years debating with other people on Jesus. So when he comes into the debate, he has 3 rounds prepared to argue about Jesus.
But not Christ.
But not Christ. It was a landslide, bro. It was nasty. It was very crazy. It was, when I say it was crazy, it was so crazy. I literally taught everybody. Like the whole first round, everybody was just in student mode. Everybody. Jabari was even taking notes. I could see him writing and taking notes because I was showing how the hieroglyphs for Ra are actually wave functions. You have a standing wave and you have a resonant wave cavity. So I linked Ra to Osiris as in the Amduat and other Kemetic texts. First, I showed that Ra is a standing wave in the wave cavity and blah, 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 blah. Then I show how Ra joins with Osiris. Mind you, I'm pulling up the original Kemetic text and all that. And then from there, second round, I show how Osiris is the original Christ, where all of the burial rituals and anointing rituals come from that's used in the Bible. Starting with Aaron and his sons, then Saul, then David, and the rest of the kings and all that, way before it even gets to Jesus. So it was bad. It was bad. Jabari looked crazy. So him and Sa cook up this story to say that it was a Jesus debate and we wasn't supposed to be debating Christ at all. So on that note, Jabari won the debate. And in order to secure the debate, they ran the super flim about the poll. Because remember, every debate's supposed to have a poll at the end so the people decide who's the winner.
Right.
So in the Zoom, he says, we're going to do the poll here in Zoom so we make sure the people who paid get the vote and not the people that didn't see the debate or whatever the case may be.
Right.
When we get to the end of the video, Nepal says, okay, I'm going to go set up the poll real quick. Nepal comes back on the stream. Her and Sa look very, very weird. Very weird. And then she says, yeah, everybody, you'll be able to vote on the poll soon as we end the live stream. And everybody is confused as hell. Goes, well, if you end the video, how will we be able to vote? And she goes, yeah, just check your email. We'll just send you something in your email. But Sanetta had said he's opening up a YouTube video so that we could then take the vote over there on the YouTube video. Then we get to the YouTube video. He says we're not doing a poll over there either. He's just going to have people invited onto the panel. Now, when we get onto the panel, he only invites like people that I have long-standing beef with.
Right. Brother Sultan and...
He invites the people I got long-standing, you know what I'm saying, beef with. And the crazy thing is, even they was like, yo, you know what, EnQi? You know what? I'm not going to vote. And the Paul was like, I'm not going to say who won. Reggie was like, yeah, I'm not voting. It was bad, bro. It was bad. It was really bad. You know what I'm saying? So then him and Jabari just ran with this narrative that there was supposed to be a Jesus debate and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, and then Jabari says he has a secret recording that he was secretly recording our phone calls to prove that it's a Jesus debate.
Okay.
Recording never surfaced. But what type of snake rat, like what kind of rat, what are you
why
doing?
Are you recording?
Secretly recording phone call? Like that's super crazy to try to win a debate. So there's that, but they cooked up this whole narrative about it's supposed to be a Jesus debate. And I'm like, you do know that there's a flyer that you created that says, is Christ a literal or historical character? And is Christ the word? There's no biblical on the flyer, and there's no Jesus on the flyer. Then I also have video of Jabari saying, yeah, EnQi told me, you know, he didn't want to debate Jesus at all because there's, blah, 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 blah. So I have Jabari saying he knows in advance that we're not debating Jesus because I told him explicitly I'm not debating Jesus. Then I have a video of Sanetta saying to Jabari, yeah, so Jabari, you came up with this title, right? So Jabari came up with the title, Is Christ a Literal Historical Character? And Sanetta did the flyer. If Jabari comes up with the title and Sanetta does the flyer and sells the tickets, how is it possible that I could trick anybody on what the debate subject is?
Right.
So yeah, he definitely ran.
So then how did Sa come to declare a winner?
He just came up with that on his own.
Oh.
I kept pressing him saying, yo, how you letting your man like lie to the people? And why are you lying to people, making people believe that this was some sort of Jesus debate? Like, why are you what are you doing over there?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? And he was like, oh, okay, well, let's discuss it. Let's discuss it, me and you, EnQi. Let's go live, me and you, and let's discuss it. So when I hit the live, so me and him could talk about why he's moving, why is he looking so crazy. This is
after the debate?
Huh?
This is after the debate?
After the debate.
Okay.
I'm like, yo, what do you, I want to discuss, let's discuss. He like, yeah, first thing I see when I come into the panel is Jabari sitting on the side. And all of a sudden, he don't have no time to do a live stream. Yeah, EnQi, we're not going to be able to show no clips or really discuss we can't have no discussion about nothing up here, EnQi. You know what? I'm just going to do it like this. And he just decided to, So in the arguing back and forth, though, I got him to commit to releasing the video so everybody could see it on their own. Because a lot of people are mad as hell because they spent their money and they feel like, okay, one of two things has to happen. We have to all get refunds for false advertisement.
Mm-hmm.
Because if it was a Jesus debate, you put out a flyer that says, is Christ a literal historical character? And there's only been one flyer for the debate. And And when people got their receipt, the receipt on it, you know, when you send out the Zoom invite, it says, "Is Christ a little restore?" So either you scam the people, Sonetta, by selling people a Christ debate, then your man got washed and you try to change the subject, or we need to actually have that vote so the people can speak. Now, the crazy thing is, was not on that clip, so I don't know who made that clip. They left out the most interesting part of that discussion that me and Sonetta had. When I said I was going to put the debate up, he said, "Yeah, I'll put it up on my channel, but I tell you what I'm going to do when I put it up on my channel, I'm going to change the title of the debate."
Just trying to rig the situation.
No, they've already rigged it, but he's trying to maintain some semblance of,
right.
I don't know what listen, here's the thing. Like I said, Jabari is, you know, probably invested in the platform, you know, because Jabari's a millionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I don't know if a lot of people know that, but he's very free with telling people he owns a brownstone in Harlem.
Okay.
So anybody that knows the price of real estate knows the brownstones run 2 to 7 million.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just to own a part of a brownstone, you starting at like 700,000 if you get like a little flat part of a brownstone. So,
right.
So Jabari, I'm sure Jabari's probably invested in the HOK, and I don't think that Sa or anybody else over there was really prepared to see that happen like that to Jabari. That was a Buster Douglas night for him. That was a Buster Douglas night for him. Like he was expected to win that clean, and it wasn't even a 3-0. It was like a 7-0. It was like crazy, like nasty work.
Sleepy said he's gonna watch it and give us timestamps. Thank you, Sleepy. Oh, take him one for the team. Appreciate you, bro. So I have a question for you. When's your next appearance?
I don't know. Sooner or later, we're gonna figure it out. Sooner or later, we're gonna figure it out. I mean, you know, we've spoke multiple times about you launching the YouTube so that we can be on YouTube and take Hotepistan onto YouTube and KeMedicine and do what we're doing on YouTube. But, you know, you're pretty anti-YouTube, so.
Wait, what the fuck that got to do with Sonetta?
Nothing. Never mind. 4 topics on the way.
YouTube is where you go if you don't want any views.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? That's what YouTube is for. If you don't want any views, I mean, we can create a new channel. You know, maybe we should just create a new channel, just a KeMedicine channel, and we'll just stream KeMedicine to YouTube, Kick, and X. But I can't stream it to my platform. It's gonna ruin my algorithm. My algorithm's already fucked. We told you before, the way YouTube works is you got to figure out what you're talking about and create a channel for that, right? So our content doesn't fit the format of some of the other stuff that I'm doing on that channel. That channel pretty much now is exclusively Hotep's Been Told You. If it's not Hotep's Been Told You related, I don't. You know, if I get like a special guest to interview, I'll probably stream on that platform. You know, but other than that, I probably won't.
Well,
I had who was
you should
it?
launch the KeMedicine YouTube page.
I had Owen Schroyer.
And without even seeing the chat, I'm almost certain that the chat agrees.
One in the chat if you think we should launch
Especially
the KeMedicine
since
YouTube
the
channel.
people that are watching on Twitter cannot comment. Because I was on Twitter just now and I see the comments are blocked on Twitter. That is crazy.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. You got to chat.
Right.
You got to chat on Kick.
Yeah, but there are like 10 times as many people watching on Twitter as there are on Kick.
That's not true.
I just went to both places, so I know for a fact it is as of right now.
That's not how those metrics work.
Okay.
So
just know the numbers of what it says is watching. There's 10 times as many people watching on Twitter as there are on Kick.
no, those are impressions. They're not viewers.
No, it says actually watching. Oh, when it says watching, it's not watching. Okay, maybe school me. But when I see watching, I think watching.
Tanei.
You starting to sound like Sinetta though, because see, when I read Christ debate, I'm like, okay, so we're debating Christ, and clearly we weren't debating Christ. We're talking about Jesus, right? So when I go on Twitter and it says watching, I'm like, oh, okay, this must mean watching.
No, it's a total number of people that hit watch for like 5 seconds and then clicked out. It's not the total number of people watching. I wish it were. I wish that'd be amazing numbers, but that's just not what that means. Tanei, are you aware of that?
What?
That the Twitter numbers don't mean live viewers?
Yeah, no, it's just people that may come in, come out.
Well,
Yeah.
I think less people will come out if they could participate.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. But who's going to read that chat? The fam is right here. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching on X right now, come to kick.com/Hotep Jesus Live and join the chat right on over here. Create an account, log in with your Gmail, log in with your Facebook. Come hang out with the fam. Come hang out, man. It's a nice crowd. Doe Doob said, I enable Twitter chat on my lives and no one comments. Yeah, nobody watches live on Twitter. It's not a thing. Twitter is not the platform for live content.
No?
No, Elon wants it to be, but it's not a thing. It's more for awareness. It's not really like somebody's going to sit there and watch a whole live stream. It's more for awareness.
So if you were the owner of Twitter, how would you make it so that people watch live on Twitter?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. It's the whole UI is just like it's not the right.
The whole what?
The user interface. Like the Twitter experience is about scrolling. It's like, you get your information in bytes, from many different people, and in an hour you can get you consume a lot of content. But like stopping my stream to watch, I remember they used to live stream football and basketball on there, and they realized nobody was watching, so they stopped doing it.
I was watching. I definitely caught me a few games on there.
Yeah, it was about 1 or 2 people watching the games, yeah. But that wasn't enough. So they stopped doing it because there was no viewership. They realized there was no viewership. It doesn't work.
Do you think it's because people are watching on YouTube?
No, I think that the platform is not the right platform for live streaming.
Well, what's the right platform for live streaming?
First of all, a lot of live streaming now is viewed on a TV. So if people can't broadcast to their TV via an app, and I don't think there's an X app for live streaming on Roku or...
YouTube is on there.
Okay, YouTube is on there. Right. YouTube is on there. Kick is on there. X is not on there. Kick is on, what is that called? The Applecast or some shit like that. The Applecast is there.
Okay, did we get any ones in the chat for KeMedicine channel on YouTube? Come on, people.
Mike has bad knees and Tika. Lauren said negative. Pop said it's Kick or Kick rocks.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Heather said EnQi timeout.
Okay. Well, there we go. Yeah, I'll be scheduled on HOK.
It's Apple TV. Thank you.
Hours,
it's a boomer tech thing. It's a boomer tech thing.
YouTube?
That too. But
Wait, which boomer tech? Twitter or YouTube?
Your outlook on media. It's giving boomer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's giving boomer. It's like, yeah.
How many people are watching YouTube though? Is it just boomers, or is it like billions of people, or is it just boomers?
YouTube has the most viewership.
Okay, so it's not just boomers. It's
everyone.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
But
double checking.
most people watch their live streamers on Twitch. A lot of people don't stream on YouTube. The problem with YouTube is censorship.
That is definitely the problem on YouTube.
The problem with YouTube is the algorithm. I'll give you an example. Uncle Hotep was live on Sunday. I saw him say in Kick chat he was going to YouTube because he was having problems with OBS and Kick. I go on YouTube. Now YouTube knows I watch chess, so every time chess is live, the chess stream pops up. I go on YouTube, I type in Uncle Hotep, and I go to his live stream. His live stream is acting up, so I close the app out. I go back in. I scroll my home screen feed on YouTube, the main feed. Uncle Hotep is not there.
Because
I
they
have to
new things
literally
every day.
type in Uncle Hotep to get to his channel. Uncle Hotep shadow banned. If you go live, you pop up. If Uncle Hotep goes live, I have to physically go to his channel. They don't send out notifications. When I go live on Kick, everybody in here gets a notification. YouTube don't be sending out notifications. YouTube does a lot of suppression of content. I got a kid running my channel, Alchemist. YouTube was taking views away from my videos. I've literally watched a video go from 130 views to 80.
They do that too.
So why would you
YouTube
go?
is a wild place.
So why would you on that platform?
Because there are people that watch on YouTube.
But if you can't access them,
No, but some people are on there that you can access. That's why streaming platforms nowadays like Zoom and StreamYard, they allow you to stream to multiple platforms at once. So you can stream to your Kick people, your YouTube people, your Twitter people, all at the same time.
okay.
Like you're doing right now. You're on Kick and you're also on Twitter.
M4 says streaming on YouTube is only good if you have a big name already. Yeah, I think that makes sense. If you're trying to build a community, YouTube is not the place. Yeah, YouTube is definitely not the place to build a community.
Isn't what you call it on there? The big platform?
Who?
He just was on. They're on YouTube. We watched it on YouTube.
Who?
Tim Price. Wherever you were at last Tuesday.
That's a big platform. It's a big platform, yeah.
But when he started it, he had 0 subscribers.
Nah, Tim Pool was a different beast. His story's long. We don't have to get into that right now.
Yeah, but he started with 0. No matter how fast, even if overnight he had thousands, he still started with 0.
But that wasn't the same YouTube when he started.
Fair enough.
That was pre-Google purchase.
Yeah, YouTube has gotten drastically different over the years.
Yeah, YouTube used to be great. Used to be great. And then Google bought it out. The agenda hit. And then, well, here we are. Anyway. Tonight, do you have anything to add to that?
That is terrible. I just want to say that is terrible that nobody pressed the #1 for HJ to start us a KeMedicine YouTube channel. Very insulted.
I can start one up. That's not a problem. I don't know what it's gonna do, but we can try it.
Well, it'll do something. Even if there are 5 or 10 people watching, that's 5 or 10 more people.
All right.
And those 5 or 10 can turn into 20.
I'm gonna do an experiment. I'm gonna run the YouTube channel and not promote it and see what happens.
Now, what kind of Sodnetta madness are we doing here?
Because you said everybody's on YouTube. So if everybody's on YouTube, they should see it, right?
That is crazy.
Now it's Sodnetta madness. Interesting. Very interesting.
I'm going to start the channel and not promote it.
I'm just saying, this is interesting. This is the platform you go to.
Why don't you promote it? If you start it, you should promote it. That's how it'll get people on it.
That don't make sense.
What?
You just said everybody's on YouTube.
No, I specifically gave examples that
You said
this.
billions of people are on YouTube besides
That
boomers.
is a fact. But I also said streaming things allow you to stream to multiple platforms so you can get people in all different places, or at least in multiple different places.
Yeah, that's one approach.
You're using it. We're on Twitter and Kick right now.
I really just use the Twitter one for archives. That's the only reason why we stream to YouTube, just for archive purposes. Somebody's archiving it as we speak, because it'll delete off of Kick. So I literally just use X as an archive. It's the only reason why I stream there. Otherwise, I would exclusively stream on Kick. I'm not beat for views.
Clearly.
Man, I get views. I go on TV and Tim Pool. Views mean nothing. They mean absolutely nothing. I don't know if people understand that, but views mean nothing. Views get you nothing. What gets you something is your community growing. And views, they don't really grow community.
But isn't views the direct tell of growing the community? Like when you grow the community, you get more views, right?
You would think it works like that. It's more like if I go on Joe Rogan, it's more like a cosign. Like, it's more like, oh shit, who's this? So like you can get discovered on Joe Rogan, right? Like Joe Rogan's platform is so huge, you can get discovered there, right? But outside of Joe Rogan, like if I go on, like for example, I'll do Gutfeld. Gutfeld does 2 million viewers every time I go on there, right? They do roughly 2 million views a night. But what's the demographics over there? Is it our demographics? It's not our demographics. It's usually 45 to 65 white people that watch Fox News. They're not coming to KeMedicine. They're not coming to Hotep Jesus Live. They don't want to see niggas on their screen. Okay? So it's
You might get one or two.
I just did Tim Pool. How many? We did hundreds of thousands of views on that Tim Pool. I think I'm like the most watched this month on his channel. And last month, if I'm not mistaken, outside of some other videos. I'm like top 5. None of those people checked in on Hotep's Been Told You this Thursday. We had the same amount.
Did you say it on that show?
I introduced myself as the Men of Order founder. It translated to 0 sales. I mentioned my book on that channel, translated to 0 sales. Do you know why? You know why? Because nobody gives a fuck about black intellectuals.
Okay, so here's the question then. Why do you go over there?
Okay, so I'm glad you asked that, and I knew you were going to ask that question. Number 1, practice. Okay. Number 2, to start shit. Because he didn't know he was going to talk about that night. And we got a bunch of viral clips on X talking shit about Candazones. So I kind of set that whole thing up. We got him talking about Candazones, and some in the chat might have, they might have seen those clips. Number 3, the cosign. The cosign means a lot to the community. It's a power flex. Lets people know, yeah, I can get on these platforms. It's a branding thing. You know what I'm saying? It's an ego thing. But it's a relevance thing, right? So for example,
wait, hold on.
Let me finish. You have to let me finish. You have to let me finish. You asked the question, let me finish. So for example, I go on that platform, I talk my shit, and now Donald Trump Jr. follows me, right? So I don't do it to directly grow the community. I do it because it's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to go on these platforms. You're supposed to take your brand, you're supposed to put it on these platforms. But I know that these people won't translate into community people. But when the community sees me on there, they go, okay, Hotep Jesus is on his shit, right? It might be some people who are in the community, but maybe it got lost in the algorithm. So I break out the algorithm. They like, oh, I saw Hotep Jesus. Like chat saw there was a couple of new people in the chat that we haven't seen in a while. They came back, right? So every once in a while, you got to let people know, like, I'm still that nigga. You know what I'm saying? So, those are the reasons. But you can't stay. This is 48 laws of power shit too. You can't just stay in your castle. The king, you have to leave your castle. You have to visit other platforms. It's something that you have to do. So I have to do Fox. I have to do Rogan. I have to do Tim Pool. I have to do InfoWars. I have to go on these platforms. Most other people I charge to go on their platforms. I'll go speak to Royce White because I like Royce White. But other than that, I'm not doing people's platforms. But Don Jr. follows me. Now I got a little connect at the White House. Now you think Don Jr. is going to become a Hotep? No, he's not. But, there are people who, they like me, but they're never going to watch the content. But they like to watch me interact with other people. And there's people who have said that. They're like, I don't watch your content, but I like when you go on Tim Pool. I don't watch your content, but I like when you go on Gutfeld. I don't watch your content, but I like when you, because they like.
No, listen, trust me. I know exactly what you're saying because people tell me that all day about KeMedicine.
Right.
I don't watch your content, but I do see you on Tuesday nights with HJ.
Right. So, you got a bunch of different reasons why, you do these things. To amplify the brand. I got some people who just are in like really high places that just, here's the big issue. White people don't understand us. Like literally when we talk, they go, what did he just say? Like we literally speak another language. So people say, I like when you're on Gutfeld. I don't understand you on your channel.
Newsflash. A lot of black people don't understand us either.
It's possible.
No, it's very factual. There's a big divide in the black community between people that actually read books and the people who do not.
Right. And people who wear quarter zips probably don't understand us either. So, yeah, I get that.
What is happening with the quarter zips? This is crazy.
We got a war on quarter zips. That's another story for another day. But yeah, I personally am an acquired taste. I'm a very I'm
guy with long dreads.
I'm an anomaly.
You're a well-read guy with long dreads.
I got range. Right. So I can do comedy, I can be serious, I can be intellectual, I can be
and you have dreads.
And I got dreads. Yeah. Yeah. And they don't like the dreads either. The white people tend
I have to keep
the dreads is not. If I cut
it's
my
not
hair,
that they don't like them because they don't really know why, but the dreads just make them uncomfortable.
The dreads make them uncomfortable. Yeah. So, there you have it.
Also, using big words with dreads makes them even more uncomfortable.
Yeah, more than likely. Yeah. Well.
The problem is that also translates to black people over 60 years old. So it's not a white thing.
Probably, but black people aren't watching Gutfeld. Black people aren't watching Tim Pool. Like I go to my friends, I'm like going on Tim Pool. They're like, "Who's Tim Pool?" I'm going on Gutfeld. Who's Gutfeld?
That's actually what I had to look up. Tim. Yeah, I had to look him up.
Yeah, black people don't know who these people are.
I was like, "Who is Tim Pool?" He has millions of followers. Where? Where does he have millions of followers at? Is he on YouTube?
Markel said AJ need the dreads coming out of the shiesty next Gutfeld appearance. I cannot wear the poo shiesty. Yo, somebody said to me, they said,
you need
talk
to wear the
different.
poo shiesty over there. That'd be crazy.
She was like, it was a comment, I think, on YouTube. You talk different when you're on these platforms. I'm like, yeah, that's true. That's true. She's like, I like the way you talk on Gutfeld.
Listen, you need to wear the poo shiesty though. But have it looking like a regular hat so they can't tell what it is until the end of the show and then you pull it down.
That'll be wild. That'll be absolutely wild.
You wear the poo shiesty and then pull it up, you that's not how you do it. If you're gonna wear the poo shiesty, you have to display your intelligence and your brilliance and then go, wait a minute, he has a ski mask.
Yeah. Yeah, that could be a possibility. I just,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah. He just came out of prison last weekend.
Yeah, that might be funny. I was at the right platform for that, but bring back the robe and the cap. That was a nice little error.
Joe Rogan might be more appropriate for the
Joe
Pooh
Rogan
Shiesty.
might be more appropriate for the Pooh Shiesty. I might do the Pooh Shiesty.
I did
for
see the
Joe Rogan.
federales were on Tim Pooh's channel. Yeah, there was some feds that were on his channel.
Wait,
And I was searching to figure out who he was.
on his channel previously or on my episode?
I'm not sure if they were on your episode, but yeah. There was
No, he's had politicians, the whole nine.
No, just federales. No.
Yeah, federales, he'll do that too, yeah.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. So HJ is clearly in the Illuminati with Candy.
I did see your episode with Tanei last week. Saw a clip of it. That was pretty funny. Pretty funny. I am Illuminati, just not that Illuminati. I'm just an illuminated individual who
No.
pay attention to
Tanei
things.
agreed you're Illuminati adjacent.
Oh, you want my opinion now?
Well, we already have that opinion on video, sir. Illuminati adjacent. And I think the chat fully agreed that you are Illuminati because you're clearly on all these platforms. So
If you are watching on X right now, comment, mention me, and hit. Just type the number 1. Just mention me and type the number 1 if you're watching over on X.
did you open up the chat over there?
No, I just want them to comment on the regular page. Why am I not?
Well, how are you going to be able to see if anybody comments on a regular page?
Oh, snap. Elon made another change. Wow.
Elon done tore this app up, man.
Yo, it used to say live on X and it would have videos. It's only got Twitter spaces now.
Elon done tore this app up.
Oh my, yeah, he did.
No, I just found it on X. It says live. It says live video.
It don't. No, I mean
When I go to your page,
on the sidebar, I'm talking about on the sidebar. It's a suggestions that says who's live on X, and no videos are featured. Somebody check your app. Tell me if you've seen the same thing. I'm on desktop.
okay. Okay, so now I see what you're saying though, because I'm on X and it says 1,000 views. So yeah, that's
Yes.
clearly how many people have checked. That's not the people that are actually watching live.
Yeah, those are just views. Yeah. I'm on the top right on yours. Okay, so maybe I got a different update because they roll out updates in batches.
But you know what? I think that might be accurate though. I still feel like that might be accurate.
You see,
Because whenever you repost my video, that's how many people come in.
right?
1,000 people.
You see my thing, chat?
No. Listen to what I'm saying. 1,000 people be actually watching though. It's not like what you're saying. Like they came in and left. No, it'd be 1,000 watching.
EnQi, it's not 1,000 people watching.
Yes, because StreamYard doesn't do that thing that you're talking about. StreamYard counts the live watchers.
And what StreamYard say?
It'd be anywhere from 500 to 1,000. See, now you might be underestimating your value, sir. Yeah.
Tanai, can you explain this to him, please? I don't think he's
We
hearing
just
me.
explained it to him.
You just explained Twitter. But I'm telling you, when you live stream on StreamYard, StreamYard has the number of live viewers. That number fluctuates. It goes up, it goes down. So if 200 people watching, it say 200. If somebody tunes out, you get to see that person. Your thing now goes to 199. Like it's not that, however you just described Twitter. StreamYard tells you how many actual live viewers you have.
So StreamYard's using X API. So they show whatever X tells them. So X says, here's how we track So if X says these are views, StreamYard will say these are viewers because they don't have time to create a whole new other metric for people that have just viewed once. So StreamYard is lying to you.
Stop hating on StreamYard.
StreamYard's boomer tech too, by the way. I don't know if you know this, but Campbell's Soup.
I had OBS.
Campbell's Soup. We're gonna play this video from Campbell's Soup chat. A lot of y'all have seen this on your timeline. Let's go play the clip.
I haven't seen it in my time.
I'm here at Aldi, and almost everything they have contains bioengineered food
You playing it?
ingredients.
Yep.
Why I can't see?
Contains bioengineered food ingredients. Contains bioengineered food ingredients. This is an Aldi. Didn't y'all tell me Aldi was the shit? I think, Chad, did y'all say even the lettuce at Aldi is bioengineered? What? So, what is this stuff? When they say bioengineered, what is this, lab grown stuff? Like what? Is this stuff safe? Let me ask the Google demons. Is bioengineered food?
Most of the time when they talk about stuff being bioengineered, they talk about GMOs.
Really?
Mm.
Oh,
That's why I like. So if you go back and look that, and so if you go back and look at older packaging.
Yo, this is a
this
wow
food,
video. I have never
They
seen
would-
that video.
can you
they
hear
would-
tonight?
They have to they used to not disclose it, and there's still some brands that don't disclose whether or not they have bioengineered stuff in it because of like gray areas and like gray areas in the explanation. Like you might be able to get a product from a bioengineered source, but since the product itself is not bioengineered or doesn't contain any bioengineered material, they don't have to disclose it. There's a lot of like little loopholes that companies use to sneak some of that stuff in there, but there's a lot of products now that are on the market where it'll say this is a bioengineered food ingredient. So there's most of it is there's some kind of GMO in it.
Well, it's bigger than GMO though. Bioengineered food is bigger than GMO. Because GMO, so here's the difference, and I'll let you guys feel the impact for the family watching, right? So genetically modified food, and some of this kind of starts with Sabi, because Sabi made a big fuss out of hybrid, and so there was a time period where people thought hybrid was the same as GMO. And then I had to do a whole bunch of videos clarifying hybrid is not the same as GMO. Because even nature hybridizes things in the wild. So you have wild hybrids. Plants can do their own thing. But GMO typically is when they I guess the problem is laws have kicked in, and so they had to make a distinction. So typically GMO was in the early time, it was just any sort of manipulation of the genetic property in the food. Now it's a little more specific where bioengineered is like specifically where they have foreign DNA in the material. So maybe like say for instance, if it's a carrot, but maybe they got some genetic material from like a squirrel or something, or just whatever, like that can be listed as bioengineered. You know what I'm saying? Because they're making foods that have expanded shelf life and it kind of started with like expanded shelf life, but then it went to farming practices, because some foods don't grow a certain time of the year based on the weather. So they can change the genetics of the plants to, man, you know what? I have to thank you. Who came up with this story? Is this your story tonight or HJ's?
This is HJ's. He put this in there.
Thank you, HJ, for this amazing, amazing alley-oop. Because within a few days, I'll be dropping a book called Plant Genetics. And the crowd goes crazy. But I definitely have a book called Plant Genetics coming out. Let me show you the cover. Yeah, I already have the cover and everything.
You know there's a book coming on the chat. You know it's gonna be a book.
No, that is crazy, but yeah, that is actual and factual. It is kind of definitely. Let me see.
So the other thing that's interesting too about the bioengineered food is that there are some. So you know how there are known foods on the market that you can buy individually that are GMO modified. There are some foods on the market that are not, and you'll have private entities that will use the GMO foods that you don't normally sell to people, piece by piece, and they'll use those to make the processed food stuff. So stuff that you wouldn't know, like GMO papaya or like GMO potatoes. You don't see like when you go buy potatoes off the shelf, those are not the majority of those are not GMO potatoes. But you'll have companies use in-house GMO potatoes to make the processed foods to sell back to other people. So that's another way that they can kind of get around, not being able to sell it directly to you in the produce section. They'll sell it to you through the processed food.
Like potato chips,
Mm-hmm.
Cheez-Its. Yeah.
But none of that is in Masterpiece cereal.
Facts. At least as far as we know so far.
But the crazy thing about that too is that like when you look at GMO, like you look at GMO crops, right? There's no way to stop these. Like if you have crops that are cross-pollinating, you can't stop the GM. So say you have like a big wind gust come by and it's blowing these GMO spores out. You can't stop it from crossing with
the
native
organic.
plants. So you got a lot of organic or native plants that already have this foreign DNA in it. You can't differentiate it.
Yeah, they were shutting farms down for that because there were farmers that didn't want to use the genetic modified ingredients. And so, they got different stipulations of laws and how the land has to be this and that and the other. So they'll come in and check your farm. They got
Is he breaking up?
I thought it was me. I think he is breaking up.
Yeah, he froze.
I froze?
Oh, there you go. You back. There you go. You said what? They do what with the farms now?
They were, well, I don't know if they're doing it still, but I know that there was a time when they were shutting farmers down that didn't want to use like certain Monsanto ingredients and all that. And they would inspect the farm, and when they find the ingredients, they'll shut the farmer down. Like, you got these illegally because we ain't sell them to you, and you got it in your, so you breaking trademark
Yeah,
and blah,
and they'll
blah,
get
blah, blah, blah.
sued. Yeah, that was
Diabolical. And it was either from the wind or the water running into their crops, you know what I'm saying? But the crazy thing is that back in the days, there was a much simpler way of describing what a virus is, right? Today, the language has changed over the last maybe four decades, 5 decades, where you had a very simple definition, like foreign genetic material was considered to be a virus. Well, that definition has changed because foreign genetic material is everywhere, right? So you have foreign genetic material in your food. you have foreign genetic material, like so many different places that, so this is one of the reasons why, especially if you consume meat, it's good to fast, or at least go all vegetables when you're dealing with any kind of infection. Yeah, because it takes a load off. Your body has to constantly distinguish foreign genetic material from yours. Your body has a HLA system, and so it's constantly just kind of routing stuff like, oh, that's us. Don't attack this, and like that's a part of the process when your
That could lead
immune
to
cells.
autoimmune disease.
That's what I was about to say. That's a part of the process when your immune cells leave the bone marrow. They go to the thymus, and in the thymus is where they become T cells. They're not exactly T cells when they leave the bone marrow, at least not what we think of as T cells. They have to go to the thymus and get educated, and they graduate, and then they become, T cells. But yeah, there's a whole process for how your body distinguishes between foreign material and your material. So if you have an infection, that means typically, you've got something in there going on. And just to make it easier for your body to say, okay, wait a minute, get them. They should not be here. For me, it's always worked to go on some sort of temporary fast, or at least cut out the, the foreign genetic material. But with the bioengineered food, what makes it so interesting is they use recombinant DNA. And recombinant DNA is exactly what it sounds like. Don't do that with your eyebrows.
Recombinant DNA.
Yeah, just go to the Google demons.
Oh, Lord have mercy. DNA that has been artificially created by combining genetic material from different sources.
Yep.
Wow.
It's wild.
The purpose of creating is to manipulate and analyze genes for various applications, such as producing medications like insulin, creating genetically modified crops with improved traits, and enabling gene therapy research. The technology involves using restriction enzymes to cut and paste DNA segments into vectors like plasmids, which are then inserted into host cells for replication and expression. Where did I see this before?
A C quality science fiction movie where the aliens took over the world.
Nah, didn't this happen during COVID? Wasn't this?
No comment.
This was in the mRNA vaccine.
Oh my goodness. Where is my sunglasses?
Let me ask the demons.
Get Tanei on the record. He always
is this
co-signs.
Connected to?
No. Nope.
Is this connected to mRNA? Yes, recombinant DNA is connected to mRNA. I knew I seen this somewhere before. While recombinant DNA and mRNA technology are distinct platforms of vaccines, they are not entirely separate in practice. The process of creating mRNA vaccines, such as those for COVID-19, actually use recombinant DNA technology as an initial step. Scientists create a piece of DNA in a lab that contains a genetic sequence for the target antigen, for example, the coronavirus spike protein. This recombinant DNA plasmid is then used as a template to generate large quantities of the desired mRNA through a process called in vitro transcription using specific enzymes. The final product, however, contains only the synthesized mRNA encased in... Wait, you can't do that. You that doesn't make sense. If I use recombinant DNA to create mRNA, the recombinant DNA doesn't just go away. It says the final vaccine product, however, contains only the synthesized mRNA encased in a lipid nanoparticle for delivery into the body's cells, not the original recombinant DNA. They playing word games.
No comment.
Chad,
they are definitely playing word games.
They playing word games, right?
That's all I'll say. They are definitely playing word games. because if you go ask the demons, did they find DNA contamination in?
Oh Jesus!
In the
always helps you with this
Yami.
criminal, this criminal exploration.
Did they find DNA contamination in the COVID mRNA vaccine? Let's see.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, man. And they try to minimize it. Tiny residual amounts of DNA fragments are an expected part of the manufacturing process of the mRNA vaccines. But they are not considered contamination that poses a safety risk by international regulatory agencies like the FDA, WHO, and Health.
This is why
Canada.
HJ doesn't want to set up the YouTube channel. People.
Facts. Exactly. YouTube would have marked, man, my channel would be gone.
Not even that. Our modems would have lit on fire just now.
Recombinant DNA, plasmid DNA is used as a template. Okay, so it's just explaining the same thing over again. Wow. So they playing word games.
Well, clearly all of whatever you just read is in the breakfast cereal and the bars and all those products that they read. Whatever that video is where they were showing the products, that's what's in there.
Chat, you want to know what else is killing you? New study links wireless headphones to thyroid issues.
Hold on, sir. That is trolling. That is trolling.
What?
That article, whatever that is. That is not like factual. It's kind of like almost factual trolling.
What, that wireless headphones are linked to thyroid issues?
Yeah.
Why? Why is it half truth?
Because wireless headphones aren't exactly linked to thyroid issues.
What are they linked to?
Iodine depletion.
And iodine depletion causes thyroid issues?
Yeah. Your body uses iodine and selenium for your thyroid.
So it's linked to thyroid issues?
Kind of. That's why I said it's kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's just a little trolling mixed into it to make the article more clickbaity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's totally salacious. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying they've hyped it up. They put some sauce on it. They've reworded, you know, because the article could say wireless devices linked to iodine deficiency. But that's not going to get as many clicks. So they've just reworded the same information to make it more clickbaity.
But the end result is thyroid issues.
Well, the end result is immune system issues. Ha, ha, ha.
Okay.
Yeah.
Expand.
Well, because your thyroid hormone regulates your metabolism and your immune system. T3 and T4. But your thyroid uses tyrosine, zinc, selenium, and iodine to produce T3 and T4. So once the T3 and T4 start dropping, you have metabolic and immune issues.
Are hormones regulated anywhere other than the endocrine gland system?
When you
Are there
say
any other
regulated,
organs, like, you know, produced, processed, regulated?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah. So the whole concept of endocrine system has been modified over the last couple of decades. because they find out that organs produce neurotransmitters, hormones, etc. Cytokines function like hormones in many facets. So there's a lot more information than when the concept of the endocrine system was discovered and laid out for the people.
So why is there an interaction between the wireless headphones and would you say iodine and
Yeah, well, because wireless, we learned that with I was about to say Bobby Hemmett. I don't know why that name. Yeah, I don't know what just.
You know what's crazy?
No, hold on. Johnny Cochran.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Johnny Cochran.
What happened with Johnny?
He had the brain tumor, right, where he used to use his cell phone.
Oh, they used to. Yeah, I remember they used to say holding the phone next to your head would cause brain problems and stuff.
No, they didn't used to say that. Listen, I was working at Verizon when that hit the fan, and immediately the phone industry ran for cover because it was tested and proved and found to be factual. So then they had to update all manufacturing to put booklets and all kinds of wording inside each phone to let you know how you're supposed to use the phone in order to avoid any sort of radiation problems. And good thing that nobody reads, because the phone industry would not have survived in a literate society.
See, they like to
people would have read those warnings and that would have been it.
They like to make fun of black people for being in public on speakerphone, but that's just our third eye speaking to us saying, don't put that phone next to your ear.
Hotep,
yeah, that's genius, a fact. And for me, it's more than my third eye. It's reading those papers that come in the cell phone boxes that nobody else reads, because I used to work there. So I know what those papers say. So I'm always on speakerphone. Like, yeah, we're not putting that to the head. Like, we're not doing that. And I try to tell all women, like, get that off of off your breasts. Don't put that in your back pocket. Get that out your back pocket. Get that out of your breast. Stop trying to, I don't know, where that whatever that is, where that style came in, where women put the phone in their bra. I'm like, get that off your titties, please, because that's not it right there. Yeah, you do not want to have that on the boobies. That is not the place to have. Like, you need to just
breast cancer.
Put the phone in your pocket, or put it in your purse, or just sat it down. Like, if you're not moving around, it can just easily go right on the table.
So check this out, right? I bought a money tree, and money tree was doing really well, right? And then I moved it over to the other window, but the other window's right by the Wi-Fi router. And then a month goes by, and we weren't getting no, like, parts of it were falling off and dying, and it just wasn't growing new branches. So I was like, yo, I think that router shit is real deal. Like, putting your plants next to a router is really killing them, right? So I let it sit for another week just to see, right? I moved it, and the very next week, it started growing another branch.
Well, see, this is a part of the massive cover-up that I'm working to expose. What?
You gonna tell us what it is?
Yeah, everybody buys people that are reading the Black's Anatomy books.
So what are you trying to expose?
The information that is left out of the health paradigm. Right? So they leave out all of anything energy related is left out of the conversation. There's no light discussion, there's no electricity discussion, there's no magnetism, just in very strict senses where they can't get around it, where you can't get around nerves without, or neurons without talking about electricity because of the brain, the heart, and the nervous system. You can't get around certain facets, but outside of that, they don't really discuss it. And so the problem comes in where You know, you have your body's an information system, information processing system.
Mm.
And so if you start sending wayward signals into the body, you'll get wayward, you get wayward results. Things will start going wacky.
Tanei, I remember we had you out at Hotep Con. What was that? Hotep Con 3?
2023, 2022, 2023.
Yeah.
And what happened to the after party? That silence is so loud.
Can you finish answering your question or asking your question?
That's when Kim Klasick was going wild in the club. Not wild, but she had a good time.
I wasn't at the one with Kim Klasick, so it had to be 2023. No, it was 20.
You was at the one with Kim Klasick.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, that was Wendy. Oh,
that was Wendy. Oh, I came the year. I was at the one the year after that.
You was at the one after that. That's right. That's right.
So it had to be 2022.
Damn.
Yeah, it was DJ Ming Ling.
Oh, you was at the Ming Ling one?
Yes, that's what I was at.
Oh, yeah. Shit. So you were at the Las Vegas one. Yeah, that's Hotep Con 3. Yeah, that's Hotep Con 3. You were at 3. I got that right. I don't remember the years. I just remember the numbers. Okay, so you were at Hotep Con 3.
I was still in my postdoc, and so that was 2022. Yeah, because I started my lecture position in 2023.
Right.
Yeah, so that had to be 2022. Yeah.
2022, right, because 2019 got canceled because of COVID, so we rebooted it for 2020. So 2021, 2022, 2022. Yeah. So that would be 3. Yeah, 2022 would be 3. Okay. So we had you on, and you gave a discussion on the wireless headphones, and that was the last time I used them. When you spoke at that, did you speak about the thyroid, or what did
it wasn't a thyroid, I don't think, but it was like brain cancer.
Brain cancer, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you
and then, you have like your lymph nodes around there too, so make your lymph nodes swell up. It just make it harder for you to clear, the waste and stuff out of your system. Mess with your glymphatic system. I really talked about I remember talking about the glymphatic system because I talked about it specifically, like not having your phone next to you when you're sleeping, because it messes with your glymphatic clearance too.
So what do you need the glymphatic for when you're sleeping? It's clearing out shit that night.
Yeah, well, it's your brain's filtration system.
Right. Damn.
We have a book on that. Just saying. So wait a minute. Did you reference Johnny Cochran though when you was breaking it down?
No.
Yeah, Johnny Cochran was like every cell phone company's nightmare.
That's crazy. So, kids.
But it's bigger than just cell phones though, and wireless stuff, because it's also the power lines, and it gets crazy. It's a lot of stuff.
EMF,
it's basically anything that emits non-ionizing radiation.
Yeah, it gets wild.
When you say non-ionizing, what does that mean? The electrons aren't being balanced out?
It's low grade radiation that doesn't create like split charges. So it's not your high levels of radiation or your high energy radiation, but it's like steady low doses of radiation that can still cause basically free radical damage. So you have like ionizing radiation, you think about stuff like X-rays, gamma rays. So like your high energy part of the electromagnetic spectrum. Where you think about non-ionizing radiation, you're thinking about like radio waves, microwaves, stuff like that.
So this could affect your thinking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because if your brain's not getting filtrated, it's probably clogging some shit up.
So there is a conspiracy theory out about people that live next to cell phone towers,
right?
And how they have higher instances of cancer, but they also have higher rates of like weird suggestions. So how like we always like joke about like your cell phones listening to you and stuff like that, and sometimes you'll think about something and then you'll get an ad for it on like Instagram or something like that. Yeah, so there's, I'm not gonna comment too much on how real or not that is, but there's definitely a conspiracy theory that's been floated about those waves being able to implant certain suggestions. So, or being able to read certain wave frequencies, and like your devices around can pick it up, and then all of a sudden stuff gets, yeah, it's kind of crazy. I mean, everything's energy, everything's waves. When you start linking up stuff on certain wavelengths, there it is. It's no different from you thinking about somebody and then all of a sudden they call you. Like, dang, I was just thinking about you. Okay, well, you was just thinking about that, that 3-piece from Popeyes, and all of a sudden you got Popeyes that popping up on Instagram. So.
Onlyfacts.com.
Oh my God, chat. Had to say there was a whole X-File episode about this back in the day.
I know which episode she's talking about too. It's actually one of my favorite episodes. The episode called Drive. It had Bryan Cranston in it. So there's an episode where there's this guy.
This is crazy.
And he has like, essentially his brain will explode if Mulder doesn't drive at like a certain speed.
Yeah.
And essentially what's happening is like he used to live next to a military testing base, and they were experimenting with sound weapons. And so he had been exposed to one of these weapons, and it was, I can't remember exactly what it was, but essentially like the sound, his body had to move at a certain speed, at a certain velocity, to keep the sound from essentially like exploding his brain or blowing his brain up. And at the end of the episode, the guy dies because Mulder can't drive fast enough. Like he's like speeding through all these states. Like they got police chasing after him. They done sent out the spike roads and then blew his tires up. But yeah, the guy ends up dying at the end of the episode. And there's a scene at the end where they go back to the trailer that he was living in, and you could see that the testing grounds right behind him, it had like property of the U.S. government and all that stuff on there. And it was basically telling you that they had these sound weapons out that can like, get in people's heads from far.
I feel like if you have X-Files shows memorized, you are going to jail. I just feel like that's a real thing.
Maybe Tyler Robinson got one of them cell phone beams in his head, and that's why he killed Charlie Kirk.
Hotep, you're a genius. HotepJesus.com.
Follow that up with that. You two are insane. I'm gonna just put these on just.
I'm gonna just act like that. I didn't hear any of that.
I'm gonna just put these on just in case.
Chad, tell me I ain't cooking up something, yo.
Don't you say anything, Chad, please.
You might be cooking up something, but you burning the house down.
man, you done went to sleep with the stove on.
We need to go to the curb. Somebody need to pull a fire alarm. We need to get the sprinklers going. We might
Facts. We need to order out. Stop cooking.
Chad, tell me I ain't cooked something up right there.
We need Uber Eats. I need you cooking. That is the wrong type of meal. We are fasting. We are fasting tonight.
Wasn't there a story about a U.S. embassy being attacked with a sound weapon that was making everyone in the embassy sick?
Okay, so let's go back to the shows that you have in the thread. I think the topics, what were those? We had something in the topics. There was something in the topics.
I got some great news, actually.
We are getting drastically dangerous.
I have a 720 credit score now.
Hey.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, I had owed them people some money for a little while, and I finally decided to pay off my credit cards. So my 30% debt to income ratio thing, or whatever they use to calculate that, has now recalibrated itself. So yeah, I went from like 640 to 720 just by paying off a credit card. Hey. I was part of that. What is that thing that that cohort of people that are suffering from credit card debt. Yeah, that was me. It was just stubbornness. I was like, I refuse to give these people money, so I was just making payments on it. And then I saw my credit score drop, and I was like, okay, maybe.
maybe now is the perfect time. Season is just right.
Maybe I should go ahead and pay this thing off.
Who knows that song? Now is the perfect time. The season is just right.
What's that?
You can sing all day and dancing through the night.
I have no idea what that is. Sounds like a white people song.
It is. It's a commercial.
Oh.
At beautiful Mount Airy Lodge, all you have to bring.
Oh, I remember Mount Airy Lodge.
Is your love of everything.
I always wanted to go there. But now I feel like it's probably where broke people go. You know, anytime they advertise some shit.
Psycho killers.
Yeah, that too. If you see a lot of commercials with some shit, that means they're trying to get poor people to go there. It's like, oh, come to Mount Airy Lodge. Yeah, it's an East Coast thing. Yeah. Hustle bitch. There's an account on X. There's an account. There's an account on X. His name is Hustle bitch.
His name?
Yeah. I think it's
just don't tell the rest of the story. Just let's go back to this.
I gotta finish. I think it's more of a call to action.
That's plausible.
It's a call to action. It's money Twitter. You know, money. I think he's trying to say hustle, bitch. It's got a comma in there. It's not hustle, bitch. Okay. And he says Americans are just now realizing their ice cream isn't even legally ice cream anymore. Does anybody know what's happened to Breyer's ice cream? That it's no longer ice cream. So then they have this video here. It's talking about less cream, more air, more gums and stabilizers, cheap fillers. Let's go to the video. It's a 2-minute 21 video.
Ice cream. I got my
ice cream.
What's
happened to Breyer's ice cream? That it's no longer ice cream.
This media could not be played.
Chat, y'all eat Breyers?
Figure out why this y'all eat Breyers? Buy one get one. Tastes so terrible. And as we were looking at the packaging, we realized that nowhere on here does this say ice cream. Now, I was trying to be moderately healthy. I mean, obviously moderately healthy in quotes when I chose the ingredients here, because it starts with like milk and sugar and cream, and okay, then it gets a little dicey. But it's like there for a while. It's perfect. But nowhere on here, in fact, it says frozen dairy dessert. But nowhere on Breyers, the Breyers. I mean, this was like the ice cream of my childhood, and the premium.
This was the ice cream of the bourgeoisie.
Sorry, let's not make this socioeconomic here. All right, Breyers ice cream. It's not even ice cream anymore.
It was this in Grey Poupon back in the 90s.
It was like the texture. Hold on, get a spoon, hon. The texture, I know, but that one's the cookie dough spoon. First of all, what is the texture? The vanilla is strange, and the cookie dough chunks are even stranger. Why are you eating it?
It's so bad.
But like the texture of the vanilla, it tastes metallic-y, but it also tastes like it's forming like a film inside my mouth, where there's like a film all around my mouth and on my tongue.
Pause.
It is. It's like
he was
really
like, all right.
And it's not. It's clearly not ice cream.
Her husband ain't like that.
The Trader bits of look at that. At 2, Brutus.
Ugh.
But look at not a single stitch up. They've really made it look a lot like ice cream. And they've tried to make it look like it's so fancy and Rainforest Alliance certified. 100% grade A milk and cream. Oh, it's got the little leaf, so you think.
I think this might be a little fake. I think she's reaching here. It's still technically ice cream. Just because it doesn't say ice cream on a package, it's still ice cream. Chad, what ice cream brand y'all buy for your house? What do we get? Don't niggas all get the same brand of ice cream? Bluebell? Haagen-Dazs. I think Haagen-Dazs is the one everybody gets. We not supposed to eat ice cream? Tika said she make her ice cream now. Turkey Hill, thank you. Okay, that's it. That's the one right there. Turkey Hill. Turkey Hill's the one. That's the one we get. Yeah, Turkey Hill.
I do not think that she's reaching. I think that she is spot on.
But it's still ice cream, no?
No, it's definitely not still ice cream. Why are you saying that?
Because it's just ice and cream.
No, it's not. She just read on the package. It is now frozen dairy dessert. It's not ice cream.
Just like pasteurized cheese product.
Yeah, it's ice cream-ish. It's ice cream adjacent. Oh, here we go.
Ice cream adjacent.
Ice cream adjacent. Yeah, we are eating a lot of astronaut food now.
Astronaut food?
Yeah, astronauts have things that taste like things, but they aren't those things. And that's what we have now. We have things that taste like things, but aren't those things.
All right, let's see what's in here. All right, so
now listen, here's the thing. The vegan community cannot say anything about any of these things.
Because their stuff is the same exact way.
Well, not only that, it's designed that way on purpose. They go out and look for these items.
Right, because
whereas people that are not vegans, they can critique things and say they don't taste like the originals anymore. People that are vegans go out looking for fake chicken, fake beef, fake mac and cheese, fake, so. Vegans, you have nothing to say here. Just look and say nothing. This segment of the show.
Let's go ahead and compare here. Okay. So I got...
But I do feel good that I've never eaten myco meats at all.
Okay, so the natural vanilla from Breyers, you put this on the screen. Their ingredients list says milk, cream, sugar, skim milk, tarragon, natural flavor, which is the vanilla, where the vanilla comes in, and it obviously contains milk. So that's not bad, right?
That's pretty tame for an ingredient list.
Right, it's pretty tame.
Well, here's the thing. Let me say this. Let me add this in as the defender of the white lady.
Can I say the other one first?
Go ahead.
Because this list looks crazy. I thought Turkey Hill was doing something better.
Oh, okay. No. So wait, before you say that then. The ingredients doesn't tell the full story. There are some ingredients that somehow or another don't actually have to be on the label. And then also it's ratios and amounts of each thing that's in there that tells the full story. So like if you put just a splash of milk in there, you can list milk on the ingredients, right? So like say for instance, let's say the most high quality ice cream has milk, gum and whatever.
But it's in order of ratio.
Boom. So if they load it up with ice and gum and splash you a little bit of milk in there, when you read the ingredients, it still says the same ingredients. The only thing is they changed the amount of the ingredients, whereas a time period gone by, you may have only got a tiny bit of gum in there just to stabilize it. Now, they may have been filling it up with cut, basically, where it's pretty much all gum and stabilizer, just a splash of actual ingredients.
But the first ingredient was milk, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The first ingredient was milk, so it has to be mostly milk.
Okay.
Unless they change the food label requirements, but whatever is listed first is what has the highest composition.
Right.
You just have to just stay grounded.
We not saying that.
Because I'm just saying.
I'm trying to give it a pass.
Sometimes
it's what it is.
Sometimes these people trick us. We know that we shouldn't trust them. And in some scenarios, we just refer back to the rules as if that means that. Yeah, so I'm just saying.
Yeah, they may not 100% be following the rules. We're just saying what the rules are.
Right.
Right.
There's a reason why they're no longer putting ice cream on the front of that box.
So Turkey Hill, milk, cream, sugar, corn syrup, whey, non-fat milk, cellulose gel, cellulose gum.
Come on.
Natural and artificial flavors.
Come on.
Mono and diglycerides.
Come on now.
Carrageenan.
Talk that talk.
A natto color and caramel color. That's
Talk
in original vanilla. Huh?
Talk heavy. And listen, I'm willing to go on the line and say
it's gluten free though. It's gluten free though.
Stop it. That's crazy that they would even mention gluten free after that wild ingredients list. This is what I'm saying. I think Briar's Hill ingredient list in actuality is probably a lot closer to Turkey Hill than they want to let on. I think Turkey Hill is the more honest brand.
Yeah. So you know that like they can cheat labels by putting stuff in under a certain percentage.
Right.
Come on now.
So when they do that, they don't have to list it on the ingredient label. So you can put in a little bit of a bunch of stuff that's still doing the same thing, but you don't have to list it because it's up under that percentage threshold.
Facts. And you can find a bunch of different things to do that with so that you don't have to cross the limit threshold.
Yep.
So if you want to put, a stabilizer in there and it says, oh, well, if you put less than this percent in there, okay, cool. What I'm going to do is find 10 different ones of this so I can put a little bit of each one and not necessarily have to say that X amount of, so that's why I'm saying, don't necessarily trust that. Sometimes it's old school is the best way to go. Back in the days where we didn't know what ingredients meant, we just figured like the more expensive, the better.
Yeah.
Sometimes that actually works. Yeah, sometimes that actually works because nowadays you can look at some stuff and you can read the ingredients list and you go, okay, this is pretty good. And then you look at the price and you go, wait a minute. This is $2.49 for half a gallon.
They got some clone milk in it.
This is even less. Wait, no. You just got to look around the other price and go, wait a minute. Since when did Breyer's ice cream become less than the Kroger's ice cream? Like that is not supposed to happen. When is it less than the supermarket brand? Like that is crazy. So yeah. And then you look and you see there's a refrigerator where they have healthy ice creams, and those are all $7 per pint. And you go, wait a minute. So this is $7 a pint, and then Breyer's is $2.49 for a half a gallon.
Yo, this shit crazy. All right, so check this out, right? So first of all, I went to chocolate chip cookie dough taste on Turkey Hill, and we're not even gonna get into the ingredients. But I went down to this carrageenan thing. I was like, what is this carrageenan thing? I never heard about it. Somebody just sent in Bluebell. So we looked at the Bluebell ingredients list.
Don't carrageenan. That comes from CMOS.
And I'm going to tell you exactly what it said about carrageenan. It said, while approved as, what does it say right here? While approved as safe by agencies like the FDA, there is an ongoing debate about its potential to cause inflammation and digestive issues in some individuals.
It does.
So you co-signing carrageenan?
Yes. Yes, I am. But I'm also co-signing European, what do they call that? Portions.
So you're saying too much is not good.
I don't think the problem is carrageenan. I think the problem is American portion size.
Oh, how much ice cream we eat.
Yeah, back when I was doing my CMOS wars, I was telling people that they were blowing up people's stomach because guys was making smoothies with 12 ounces of raw CMOS in there, telling people to drink. So I was like, what the, do y'all know what that's doing in your stomach? Like, that is crazy. That stuff is going to continue to expand. What are you doing?
I've seen this.
You're supposed to cook CMOS. Like, what the hell are y'all doing? You ain't supposed to have raw CMOS. Raw CMOS is dangerous.
I seen this guar gum thing around when I was shopping around for coconut milk, and it said some negative things about guar gum. So I chose a brand that didn't have it. They actually advertised that we don't use guar gum. So it has these gums in here. I guess that's some sort of thickening. Bluebell has high fructose corn syrup. Now, the other label said it said corn syrup. This one says high fructose corn syrup. I'm gonna just guess and say those are the same things.
They're not exactly the same, but they're adjacent.
But wouldn't a company just lie and say that can't they get away with just saying corn syrup instead of high fructose corn syrup and that just passes?
I think that some companies still find value in being honest or being able to advertise that as a part of their, like, listen, this is what it is, bro. We ain't even gonna play with you, champ. We got a little bit of that you dig up in there. Yeah, we got a little bit of that you dig up in there. We ain't even gonna play with you like that.
Okay, let's look at Ben & Jerry. Somebody said Ben & Jerry's supposed to be the real deal. Let's click on their chocolate chip cookie dough. Ingredients. Oh man. Oh no. Oat milk, liquid sugar, corn syrup, coconut oil, wheat flour, water, sugar, brown sugar, cocoa, soybean oil, chocolate liquor, pea protein.
Soybean oil is wow.
It say soybean oil.
Okay, now hold on. Now go back to your phone and scroll up to the articles that I dropped in there the other day. And stop right there at soybean oil. And just scroll up and you'll see I dropped 2 in there.
About soybean oil?
2 articles, period, but the first one is about soybean oil.
It's a link?
Mm-hmm. Not that far up. Your finger did a lot of scrolling. That ain't that far.
Did I skip it?
Clearly. Okay, it's the articles you drop, and then
it should be right next to the articles that you put in there.
No, it's up a little bit more.
I see the black dude by the fridge talking about English. That's Tanei. I see a song. I'm still scrolling. I see a Dragon Ball. Still scrolling. I see the trailer.
Oh, it's no link. My bad. It's right under I would just give up. Who posted that? Tanei posted something on Saturday, said I would just give up. I thought I dropped the links, but I didn't. I just put the actual titles. It says soybean oil linked to obesity.
Oh, I see it here. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I was talking about the weed vomit.
Oh, scromiting. Okay, I remember this. Yeah, I saw the scromiting before you said something that popped up in my algorithm, probably from you.
Yeah, scromiting is going crazy right now. Emergency rooms are filled with people who are vomiting until they bleed from weed.
Is that real?
That's absolutely real, and I think it's a part of the GMO conversation. Like, I try to tell people that weed is not supposed to be this strong.
Wait a second. Chat, y'all ever vomit from weed?
One of my friends died from weed.
Died?
Yeah.
How?
He got, this is when we was in school, though. So it was young. Adults probably would have a tougher time dying from smoking weed. But, you know, back in the days when you're smoking all the time, every dollar you get, depending on who you are anyway, but every dollar you get goes to a bag of weed. You'd be like, yo, I could just eat food in the house for free. I ain't buying no weed. I ain't buying no food with my money.
Right.
Right. And so he developed pneumonia and it killed him.
Developed pneumonia from what?
Smoking all the time.
Without eating?
Without eating, yeah. Lungs get inflamed, especially if you're smoking after a bunch of people. You inhaling all that tar into your lungs along with people's saliva and all that. and it mess up your lungs. And if you ain't taking in, the nutrition to try to balance, keep your immune system running, it's a slippery slope. But yeah, weed is not naturally supposed to be like how it is right now. It's very, very, very far from like what my moms used to smoke. That's why back in the days they used to call it reefer. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then in our generation is when they start messing with it, and they invented hydro. When they invented hydro, that was the gateway to
the hydroponics.
all hell breaking loose. Yeah.
Yeah, the hydroponics was crazy.
And now we have all these new strains, and people would try to kill you if you actually gave them some actual weed that came from the ground.
Somebody in the chat said they know somebody that was scromiting.
Yeah, scromiting.
They said it's real.
Yeah.
That's real, chat.
But the soybean oil linked to obesity and is now in Ben & Jerry's ice cream is crazy.
Why is soybean oil? Obviously, so let me take a guess at this. Okay, soybean oil is linked to obesity because your body doesn't know what to do with it, so it turns it into fat.
I wasn't going to go that direction. That is interesting.
But
I was going to go the phytoestrogen direction.
What does that mean?
It has plant estrogen.
So what does that mean?
Soy is high in estrogen. And there's been a debate for years on how does the plant estrogen affect the human body. You know what I'm saying? But
like, is it turning you gay?
Man, I gotta stop taking off my shades.
That's the atrazine. That's not the soy.
No, remember tonight they used to say in Manosphere Twitter you had too much soy in your diet. That's why you acting like a simp.
That's a fact. That used to be a thing.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's a fact that it does that. I'm saying it's a fact that used to be a thing that was highly debated.
And it's very gray. It's not black and white.
Yeah, it's not untrue.
But it's not exactly true either.
Yeah.
It's very gray because so it is true that there are soy flavones that can interact with ER alpha receptors, which ER alpha receptors are estrogen alpha receptors. However, because they are weak binders, they can block natural estrogen from binding to ER alpha as well. Now, the other part of that too is that it's because it's a weak binder, it doesn't stay attached to the receptor as well as natural estrogen does. But when you saturate the system with more of those weak binders, then you have more opportunities for them to just keep popping on, popping off, popping on, popping off. And it can, in certain instances, kind of give you the same activity. Now, I would approach it from the angle of the way that the soybean oil is processed, not necessarily the phytoestrogens that are coming from the soybean itself. I would look at the pesticides that are getting trapped in the oil that's causing inflammation. That's what I would say. I'm not going to say that what y'all are saying is wrong, but I would look at the processing method, because the processing method, you have to think about it. Most of your pesticides are not going to be water soluble. They're going to be fat soluble. So if you have a bunch of pesticides getting trapped in the soybean oil, it's going to be in your food too. Most of the processing techniques don't break the pesticides down. So now you're ingesting the pesticides, and you have to remember too, your body will sequester toxins as fat when your liver can't process it all at one time. So I think it's part the estrogens, part the processing method, and part the toxins that are getting trapped in the oil through the processing method.
So that's when the soybean oil comes in. Okay.
Yeah, but I think that article now is heating that argument back up, because you know how estrogen acts in terms of fat cells. So now that they're relinking soy to fat, I think it's more of a hard line being pressed for that estrogen activity.
All right, so let's
even things, listen, even things that indirectly, like another way, even things that are not estrogen at all, anything that increases your fat increases your estrogen, because fat cells increase your estrogen.
All right, let's take a look at this. I think we can safely say that out of the three that we mentioned, Ben and Jerry's has the safer list, right? Oat milk, sugar and water, corn syrup, coconut oil, wheat flour, water, sugar, brown sugar, cocoa processed with alkali, whatever that means, soybean oil, chocolate liquor, pea protein, fava bean protein, tapioca flour, natural flavor, vanilla extract, guar gum, molasses, salt, locust bean gum, cocoa butter, sunflower lecithin, soy lecithin, and invert sugar.
I'm going to go ahead. Okay, go ahead, Tanei. What you have?
I want you to ask the demons a question.
Okay, boy. Before you do that, wait. Before you do that, I just want to go on the record and say I totally disagree with you, HJ. I just want to make sure that's on the record. Yeah, I didn't know where Tanei was going. I just had that short little. Yeah, HJ said
I have a question that's going to feed into that.
Okay.
Because HJ said he thinks their list is a better, safer. I have no idea from what you just read why you would think that.
I want you to ask the demons where Ben and Jerry sources its pea protein from, and ask it about the heavy metal incidence of pea protein.
Heavy metal, you talking about music? They play music for the peas? What do you mean heavy metal? What's going on here?
They playing music all right.
Let's see.
Bongos on your kidneys.
So I put where Ben and Jerry sources his pea protein and heavy metal. Okay.
I did not.
So it says Ben and Jerry's pea protein is sourced from Purus, a U.S.-based company. Regarding heavy metals, Ben and Jerry's products are not intentionally sourced for heavy metals. A 2016 recall was due to a potential for accidental metal contamination in specific batches.
Accidental, yeah.
There is no indication that Ben & Jerry's sources heavy metals as an ingredient. That's just the way I typed the prompt in. So there was an incident where they did have metals in there.
There was an incident.
Huh?
There was an incident.
Yeah, there was an incident. Yeah, it was a thing.
It means they got busted one time.
Pure sources only high-quality organic and non-GMO plants from growers across 14 states. Shout out to Don No Lemon. In August 2016, specific batches of Ben & Jerry's cookie dough, 500 milliliter ice cream, were voluntarily recalled in Europe due to an internal quality assurance check, finding potential for small accidental pieces of metal contamination. This was an isolated incident related to a production period, not intentional sourcing. See, man, Ben just had it was a little hiccup in the supply chain. You know, that was a one-time thing.
All right, man. Read that Ben and Jerry's list over one more time.
Oat milk.
Okay, now stop right there.
Uh-huh.
What is oat milk?
Water and oats.
No.
That's what they said it is.
No.
That's what it says right here. It says oat milk, in parentheses, water, oats.
Okay. Now you pull up any oat milk and anyway, keep going.
Liquid sugar.
Liquid sugar.
Sugar and water, they say.
Hold on. No. Why do they have parentheses? Why are they giving ingredients to ingredient? What are we doing over there? They're scamming. Anyway, keep going.
Shout out to Sauce the Prophet. Thank you for the 10. Liquid sugar. Sugar and water.
Mm-hmm.
Corn syrup.
Okay, stop right there.
Okay.
Why do we have liquid sugar and corn syrup?
That's a lot of sugar.
You want it to be sweet. It's ice.
Okay.
We making ice cream. It's got to taste good.
Okay, keep going then. Liquid sugar and we have corn syrup. Now keep cooking.
It's different type of sweetness, you know.
I'm almost certain there was some sugar in that oat milk, but we're just gonna. So far, we'll just leave it at these. Keep going.
Coconut oil.
Okay. Now we're gonna have coconut oil. Everybody just list coconut oil, and we'll just put those on two separate lists. So far, we have two different sugars, and we have coconut oil. Keep cooking.
Wheat flour.
Okay.
Water. Sugar.
Now wait a minute. Didn't we have water in the oat milk and water in the liquid sugar?
Yeah, but we need more water.
Okay, no comment. Keep cooking.
Water's good. You said water was good.
Water is good, but water sometimes is used to hide. Just keep cooking.
Sugar.
Wait, again?
No, you don't understand. See, they got regular sugar, diet sugar, liquid sugar, sugar with a little air in it, sugar without air.
Man, we got liquid sugar, corn syrup, and just regular sugar. That is interesting. Let's keep going. Let's see how this evolves.
Okay. Brown sugar.
Another sugar. And brown sugar is regular sugar with some coloring on it, which is wild.
Cocoa.
Okay.
Soybean oil.
Now, why do we have coconut oil and soybean oil?
I don't know.
Yeah. Ben & Jerry's does.
Chocolate liquor.
Okay. Chocolate liquor goes with the cocoa. Cool.
Pea protein.
Well, Tanai's already addressed it.
Fava bean protein.
Now, why is that there?
You need protein. Protein's good for you. You said protein. The composition book,
Stop
man.
that.
Protein.
Stop it.
The structures, man. Dr. Sabi was wrong.
Hold
Protein is
on,
real.
Hold on. See how we now this is how we're gonna deal with this. How much protein is in there per serving, sir?
2 grams.
No. So clearly the protein is not in there because they're trying to beef up the protein intake of anybody having the ice cream. Because I'm sure that 2 grams is probably mostly from the milk.
Oat milk?
Okay.
It's from the protein. That 2 grams, they put a little protein in there for you, man.
Yeah, there's none in the oat milk. I forgot this.
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead. Let's keep cooking.
So that's what that 2 grams, you know what I mean? You
Let's keep going. So what they're doing is they're using that for texture to give it that actual milk feeling.
Structure. Tapioca flour.
And I'm not saying anybody shouldn't have Ben & Jerry's.
Is this the vegan Ben & Jerry's?
Mm-hmm. That's why they don't have the milk in it.
This is...
And it's not the vegan. You know, they don't use that term. It's non-dairy alternative.
It says non-dairy.
Yeah. But keep cooking. Come on. Let's...
You want me to find a dairy one? I'll do the dairy one.
No. Keep going through that ingredient list right there, sir. Because I'm almost certain there's going to be some more...
Tapioca flour. Natural flavor.
Okay, now, natural flavor is wild. I just want to go on the record with that. Natural flavor has been linked to MSG and a wide variety of other.
Vanilla extract.
Nefarious contents. Okay, vanilla extract's cool.
Guar gum.
Guar gum's cool.
Molasses. Salt.
Molasses could be wild. Salt is a definite necessary ingredient.
Locust bean gum.
Okay. Now, see, for me, it starts to get crazy once we start to have 3 and 4 different types of gum. Just saying. It's getting wild.
Cocoa butter.
Yeah, I don't know what that's doing in there.
Is that like the cocoa butter we put on our skin?
That's absolutely the same cocoa butter you rub on your. I don't know why that's in the ice cream. I just don't know what that's doing there. Because there's already soybean oil and there's already actual coconut oil. So I don't know why cocoa butter would be in there. That is wild.
They're trying to get the consistency right.
Yeah.
Because you got you have essentially two fat sources that at room temperature are generally going to be solid, but you have one fat source that's generally going to be liquid. So they're trying to get the consistency right.
I feel like there's going to be a TikTok video with somebody putting Ben and Jerry's ice cream on their skin as a secret. I feel like that's coming.
Sunflower lecithin.
Okay. It's some people think it's a healthy thing.
Soy lecithin.
Okay, they're doubling up.
Invert sugar.
And then we have another sugar.
That's a lot of sugar, man. And it's a lot of listed sugar and it's a lot of hidden sugar too.
Facts, because liquid sugar is the nastiest customer you can. Like liquid sugars, wow.
Do they not have regular flavors like vanilla? They just got secret flavors? Is that what Ben and Jerry's does?
No comment.
It seems like they just got like creative flavors. They don't have just like chocolate and vanilla. They don't do that.
They gotta get their money. You know, it's a lot of people selling vanilla out there.
All right, let's go American Dream. Let's see what this ingredients, because you know, with the vegan one, you got to get creative. All right, so this one has cream, skim milk, liquid sugar, water, sugar, corn syrup, coconut oil, wheat flour, egg yolks.
Keep cooking.
Is egg yolks a thing for ice cream?
Don't do that with your eyebrows after reading 3 sugars and without blinking. You read 3 different types of sugars. You did not blink. Don't get to eggs and then look like, man, what are the eggs doing in here? This is a lot of just crazy already.
Because I don't think eggs go in ice cream.
Dairy can go in dairy. It's dairy.
Eggs is not dairy.
Eggs is definitely dairy.
Eggs are not dairy.
Eggs are dairy.
Eggs are poultry.
Eggs are dairy.
Eggs don't come from a cow, EnQi.
That is a fact. They don't, but they are considered dairy.
They are considered dairy products.
What?
Yeah. Eggs are weird.
Eggs are considered dairy?
Yeah.
No.
It's weird. Eggs are not considered poultry until the egg is cracked and then it's the chicken.
It says right here on the Google Demons, eggs are not dairy products. Dairy comes from mammals while eggs are laid by birds. Dairy products include milk, cheese, yogurt, while eggs are a type of poultry product.
We know that it's a type of poultry product, but look at where it's placed in the grocery store. And when you talk to the average person, they think about it as a dairy product too. Like we know that it's a poultry product, but that's not how the average person sees it.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Okay, all right. I thought I was going crazy. I thought I was losing for a second.
No, like you're right, and it is a poultry product. But when you if Granny tell you go to the dairy section to go get some eggs.
Right. Yeah, it is next to the dairy section. It's right between the cheese and the milk.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. Look at this. Let me hit the share screen.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Okay. Because I asked the Google demons. I asked Google. I just typed in dairy.
They got the eggs right there.
Right there.
Wow.
Right there. Boop. Right there on that one. Boop. I guess.
Oh, wow. That's nasty work.
It's not technically it's not, but it's definitely dairy.
They throw
it's
it
dairy
in
adjacent.
Now, dairy is dictated by science. Back in the days, dairy was dictated by the farmer.
Okay.
Yeah. And so, they dropped off your eggs and your milk. They delivered them daily. Or every other day, 2-3 times a week. They come farm fresh from the dairy.
Yeah, that's how they used to do it. Heather said she used to work at the grocery store. First job. She said they always argued that they shouldn't be there. Yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah,
So to finish this off, and then I'm gonna let everybody go.
And when you look up highest quality protein, animal protein, usually egg is number 1 or number 2.
Right.
So yeah, it's one of those things where people figured out tomatoes were not vegetables. They were like, wait, what?
So this is vanilla ice cream with fudge covered waffle cone pieces and caramel swirl. Okay, so cocoa powder, salt, natural flavor, soy lecithin, carrageenan, guar gum, vanilla extract, baking soda. I got baking soda. Baking soda? I don't think that goes in ice cream either. That goes in crack.
It's a consistency thing and to balance the acid that you're putting in there.
Oh, balance the acids. Yeah, it's a base. Yeah. Soybean oil and more invert sugar. What the fuck is invert sugar? What the
Okay,
fuck?
hold on. Because this is driving me crazy. So I have taken upon myself to go to the Google demons. Let me hit the share screen one more time on this.
Go ahead.
Because this is hot, and I just want to make sure that we bring this back to the forefront in 2025, going into 2026. Do not just fly by natural flavors when checking ingredient lists. Natural flavors is its own whole entire universe of ingredients. Natural flavors is a technical term used in food labeling for flavoring ingredients derived from plant or animal sources whose primary purpose is flavor, not nutrition. These flavors are created by food chemists by extracting chemical compounds from natural materials such as fruits, vegetables, spices, or meat. So there is literally almost a zillion different combinations of items that can be classified as natural flavors.
And they don't have to tell you what it is. Like they don't tell you the name of what it is.
That is a fact. That is not a thing. So some of the nastiest things that could be added to food can be hidden behind natural flavors. And because we see the word natural, all of a sudden we're at ease. Those natural flavors.
You know, the other crazy thing too is that like there are allowed limits for stuff like sawdust, bug parts,
When you
that
buy
are
meat,
allowed in food products.
yeah,
And
when
it's
you
just
buy
like,
meat, it has rat poop in it.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the food industry is very interesting when you start looking at the different laws and loopholes that they use to get around stuff.
That's
I
nasty
just think the
work.
human body is fantastic. It's amazing.
Absolutely. To deal with the stuff that it deals with on a daily basis and still somehow keep you alive and, you know, able to troll the internet and scrum it. Your
'Cause we
body's
eat
doing an
rat
amazing
shit.
job.
Like we literally eat rat shit for years and years and years and years, and still remain relatively healthy.
Well, Ben & Jerry's is kosher, so that's...
No. The rat shit is in the meat packaging. It's not actually mixed into the meat. It's in the packaging, so it's like it's rubbing in. It's like seasoning. Rat shit is seasoning when you buy meat.
But Ben & Jerry's is kosher.
Kosher don't mean they got rat shit in it. It just means it's kosher. Kosher don't mean rat shit free.
No. But I mean, like Popeye's chicken has rat shit.
Popeye's chicken does not have rat shit in it.
Popeye's chicken definitely has some rat shit in it.
No, it does not. That is not a thing, sir.
That is definitely a thing, sir.
Popeye's chicken has great taste in it. That's what it has in there.
I just told you that
Rat shit.
There's a limit. They can have like 5 to 6 droppings per package.
All right, Chad. That's KeMedicine episode number 31.
Blood clotting that.
In the books. We'll be reviewing. If you got a product with some ingredients on it that you want us to review, drop the link in the chat next week. We gonna
Just
have
commit to not eating that product anymore before you send it to us, though.
Just send it. Don't worry about that. We just here to create content. We don't really care about your health. I just want to make sure we're clear on that. You know,
you might vomit though after you see what we say.
You definitely might scrum it. That definitely might happen. You know, but we're definitely here for the grift. So if you guys have any ingredients list,
Yo, you got me in trouble. Hold on. You got me in trouble. You got me into like a little low-key argument in my house, HJ.
What?
Yeah.
How did I get you in an argument in your house? You got quarter zips in there?
My daughter, who is extremely conscious, she's conscious, whatever that is. Like she's super conscious. I was like, I don't know, we were talking, I just mentioned that she might be grifting, you know what I'm saying?
And what'd she say?
She was like, what? Like she flipped on me. She was like, what? Dad, you too old to even know what grifting means. I was like, no, my man, I had to snitch at that point. I was like, nah, you know, my man HJ, you know.
Nah, we use the term loosely to mean a bunch of different things.
Like my man HJ, you know, Hotep Stan. She was like, no, I don't even know what you like. No, just you already said. I was like, oh my goodness.
Grifting could be a pejorative or could be a compliment depending on who's using it towards.
Wow, he just got collegiate on us with slang. That's how I know.
It's true. In the Hotepistan, it could either be a compliment or it could be slandering. Right, Tanei? Like it's.
I got brought into this.
That's crazy.
Huh?
He said, come on tonight, get me out of this thing. It's a little hot right now. Look, he's scratching his head. Everything.
That one, big dog.
Get in there tonight. Figure this thing out.
The grift giveth and the grift taketh away. You know?
There you go. He just said it. He just said it, Chet.
Giveth and the grift
taketh away. Well, the great news is I had a great chest workout today. That was good news.
Yeah, I seen somebody doing a wild leg routine on your page with that leg squeezy thingy.
Oh, that was Strong Dad.
What the fuck is a leg squeezy thing?
Strong Dad needs a nap. Strong Dad needs a nap. When is Strong Dad taking a nap? The clips look crazy. Strong Dad is on TRT.
Yo,
Strong Dad is on TRT, Celsius drinks, and 20 cups of coffee a day.
Listen, I took a nap last week. I didn't go to the gym at all. I hit the gym yesterday, put a 225 on bench 10 times, did 245 5 times, 245 6 times, 255 6 times, 265 3 times.
God
Tanei
damn.
is on something as well.
This nigga's guy. He's from slave stock. Big husky down south nigga. You know that nigga was on that slave block. Like, I'll give you 10,000 for that nigga. God damn.
Yeah, hey, I got some sharecroppers in my history. You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Big strong black nigga. God damn.
And he can remember exactly what he did, just like he remembered that X-Files show. That is scary.
He on that super apex. Yeah, he got that extra strength apex. This nigga say, yeah, I benched the whole gym today.
People will be knocking on his door in the morning with headsets.
No, it's crazy because like then 2 guys came in after me, and then one of them did like 315 for 5 reps, and then another one came in and did like 305 for 5. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, that's awesome. Yeah. You guys are watching.
That's why we have Push Up P. I believe Push Up P is on something as well.
Yeah, 225 or 10 is an NFL combine shit. Yeah. Tonight we gonna have to get him signed up, put a helmet on his ass. This fucking Shador needs some help out that motherfucker.
Listen, the kind of help Shador need, I can't help him.
I was about to say they're not gonna get him any help.
My name is not Tom Brady. I cannot help him.
He needs to just work out his contract and get traded.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's gonna happen.
Yeah, she's got to get to a better.
I'll say this though. This Sunday, it came down to that one special teams punt returner. He fucked up 3 punts. How do you fuck up 3 punts?
By fucking up one more than 2. But the problem comes down to coaching, because he messed up 2, and the coach was like, no. Going back out there.
Sent it back out there. Sacred Soldier, did you see that shit? Because I usually don't watch the games, but I was like, I'm watching this Shador shit. This nigga, first of all, he dropped the first punt. I was like, all right, thank God he recovered it. He won't mess up again. Then the second one, the nigga caught it out of bounds at the 6-yard line. Set Shador back. Now he got to travel 94 yards down the field. Then the third one, this nigga just, it goes, FBI got to investigate that nigga for throwing the game.
That's wild.
The Jerry Jeudy thing is another story, but at least the special teams can get him some field advantage, right? 3.
Sometimes you're scared, though. Sometimes being scared impacts your play.
He was trying to give the ball away all afternoon, right? Yeah. He was trying to like throw the game.
He probably only had 17 cups of coffee. He needed another 3 more cups.
So I don't even put that on Shador, Jeudy, or the line or the defense. I put that all on one man. One man destroyed that game for them. It was
and
one
that
dude.
Is the coach, right?
No, that was the punt returner.
No, see, that's where me and you got to disagree.
You didn't watch the game.
Yeah, but the coach has a job, and he has a responsibility.
You didn't watch the game.
This is my 2 cents. I like Shador, but it's obvious that he needs to develop more.
Wait, how did you hold on? How did you just get there?
Shador's footwork in the pocket is terrible. He holds on to the ball too long. He did the wait, stop before y'all say anything. He did the same thing at Colorado. You cannot say that Shador did not take terrible sacks at Colorado, because he did, and there's a lot of tape on it.
Nobody's arguing that. Nobody's arguing that.
I think he's probably the second best quarterback in that draft, but he needs a lot more development, as do the majority of the quarterbacks that come out now, because they're not being developed in college.
I watched the game on Sunday, and the sacks that he took, the game was already over.
That may be true, but Shador takes bad sacks.
He took one bad sack this Sunday.
Hold on. Tonight, are you taking the blame off the punt return or the coach?
I'm talking about Shador specifically. Now, if we want to talk about the Browns as a whole, yes, it's the coach's fault. The coach is a dumbass. Like, that's
all right, AJ. Two against one, brother. You voted out.
The coach is a dumbass. Like,
that is true. No,
yeah.
I agree with all of that, but I'm just talking about Sunday. As a whole, the coach leaves a lot to be desired. Shador is a rookie. He's taking bad sacks. Jeudy could have ran more on that one play. All of that I agree with. But if you watch Sunday's game was winnable if the punt returner doesn't fuck up.
Okay, now hold on. What I'm saying is there not another player on the bench that the coach could have said... substitution?
Yeah, there was definitely there was somebody.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. It is the coach's job to recognize when you are having a off performance today. Did you argue with your wife all night last night? You just come on, stand next to me. Hey, you got a shot today. You on national TV. Go on out there and don't make a mistake.
Yeah, Stefanski is speed running the unemployment line. He's not gonna be a coach after this year.
Yeah, there was definitely the offensive coordinator. They had a 4th and 1. It was easily I'm like, okay, here we go, 4th and 1. It was like 4th and inches. I'm like, here go the tush push. These niggas, what play did they run? I think they took Shador out and then hiked the ball to the running back.
Yeah, they tried to run like a wildcat play or some shit. Yeah, man.
Oh wow! So they started 5 yards back and just
this total clown shit. Total clown shit.
I was like, wait, where's the tush push? Like, I'm literally on Madden. I'm gonna select tush push. Let's go. And y'all went with this other play. It's definitely some suspicious play calling.
Some coaching staff things going on, because even that the coach still has to deal with that.
The coach does.
Even though you have offensive coordinator, the head coach is still like pushing buttons on things. Even with
all of that, they went in the half 10-8.
Yeah.
The game was 28-8, I think it ended, or something like that. They didn't score it all in the second half. And it was because of the fucking punt returner. The punt returner, he must be, Stefanski must have told him, like, yo, fuck this up for us. Because there was no way, like...
He had a little mufkazuk that day.
I'll give you even hotter take. The NFL as a whole right now is a bad product. Wow. Period.
Damn.
Wow. Quarterback play is bad. The defensive play is bad. Like the coaching decisions are terrible. Like it's just the quality of play in the NFL right now is bad.
You know why?
The NFL is not a good product.
Here's where I think it went wrong. And it was a whisper. And I'm not even a football guy, but it was a whisper, and now you saying it is getting louder. It happened in the NBA when Michael Jordan retired.
Oh, Voldemort has ruined the NBA. Like, there's so many games that are just unwatchable. Like,
there's no storyline.
Yeah.
Remember, there's always like a storyline where you got this is the team, and these are the heroes, and these are the bad guys, and this is. You got a storyline where it's like, the little kids, they're trying to be like, like, there's not really a storyline in the NFL right now.
They did a direct snap to the tight end who has never taken a snap under center in his whole career. 26-8. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah, I was like, what the fuck? A direct snap to the tight end on 4th and inches.
That's not as bad as with the Seahawks, though, when they didn't let my man run the touchdown in.
No, that was a conspiracy.
That was diabolical.
When you had beast mode sitting
that's
right
all
there.
Time. Yeah, that's all time diabolical.
That was, I stopped. That was the day I stopped watching the NFL.
I'm just here so I won't get fined.
That was the day I stopped watching the NFL. I was like, you know what? I can't do this no more. This is fucked up because it was.
I think that might have been for me too when I stopped watching the NFL.
Sierra husband.
Yeah.
Through the interception in the end zone.
Yep. And everybody said, why did he throw? Why didn't they?
Because Beast Mode was talking about what's up, my African, all on the media.
Correct. And saying he didn't want to do certain interviews.
And they didn't want him to be the hero of the Super Bowl. They wanted Russ to be the hero of the Super Bowl. So they were like, we're going to give it to Russ, have Russ throw it. Knowing Beast Mode was about to get that motherfucking touchdown. Geno Smith will have AJ punching the screen. Is Geno Smith that bad too? Diamond DJ said, I lost $1,000 on that game.
Diamond DJ, it's almost a fact that you do not have the full collection of Dr. EnQi books. And I think that would have served you a lot better. Like your return on investment would have been insanely higher if you had. So
it's definitely time to pack it up. EnQi's grift in the chat. Chat, this has been another amazing episode.
Hey. I don't know about next Tuesday. I'm grifting. Grifting is clearly a bad word.
We'll be back next Tuesday.
I'll see y'all next week, chat. We out of here.